Morgan, you're out of here.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You don't have the right temperament for the trade.
You asshole! What am I supposed to do?
There's always barber college.
Move over and let me pass before they have to be pulling these hush puppies out your motherfucking ass.
What is going on, everybody? Great intro, Brad.
What's up?
Oh yeah. Man, we have got a fucking stellar cast here tonight, man. A bunch of great guys. We don't really go around and introduce everybody, but y'all got something you want to promote, y'all go right ahead. We're gonna jump into it pretty quick after we go through the chat here. You guys got anything big coming up y'all want to promote?
I know tomorrow, me and Hard Copy Blues, we have our second episode of Vin versus Vin, and that's going to be our top 5 home invasion films. So that's going to be going on tomorrow, 6 o'clock Pacific time. So that's going to be cool. So yeah.
Is that on your channel?
That's going to be on his channel. With what you guys, I didn't know that you can multi-stream things. So, well, you guys are going to have to teach us how to do that so we can simultaneously have that playing on both of our channels from now on.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You can do that for sure.
So, Coco and I are going to be talking about what we watched from the January haul pretty much, and showing off what we got for the February haul soon this week. So we're going to be doing that. And we're six subscribers away from 800 subscribers. So I'm looking forward to our next.
That's awesome, man.
10 people in the chat. Come on. Yep. Just need 6.
Yeah, we can make it happen.
Monday, WTF stream comes back with the Beyond. That's going to be me, Gizmo, Anthony, Dirk, Alan. We're going to do the Beyond on Monday. Maybe Alan, depending on if he has time. But
that's my favorite.
I know Alan's got you got that Screen Factory thing coming up next week, right?
Yeah, next Sunday. I don't know the time yet, but next Sunday, everyone on Dipit's channel, I'm going to be doing year 6 of I'm going through all the Screen Factory titles from year 6, which is pretty much 2018. But me and the Dead guys and Born to Be Rad's gonna be doing that next Sunday night, so that should be a good time. So
Nice.
I'm sure they'll announce the time soon, probably 8-9 o'clock, somewhere around there Eastern time.
Nice.
So yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Before we ruin this, thanks to Vinicio for coming on, and everybody welcome Chuck to YouTube live streaming first time ever on a YouTube live stream.
Yeah.
You know, he's been around. Everybody knows him. He's been around forever, but he just like never gets time to do a YouTube live stream. But definitely check out his channel. He's gonna be doing more content, and it's always good stuff, especially the reviews.
Definitely.
Hell yeah, man. Of course, we're
And for all your
international. We got Gizmo. We got
Make sure you
Gizmo
follow
Antarctica
him
there.
Yeah, everybody already follows him on Instagram.
There you
Look
go.
over to fucking YouTube now.
Yeah.
I'm a little behind on my YouTube followers.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll see who's out there in the chat, and we'll get started here, guys. Hollow Notes, what's up, man? You know we can't start the chat without him being here. He's in everybody's chat. I swear he's got 10 TVs and he watches everybody's shit at one time. He's got to. What's going on, man? What's up, guys? The press commence. King Gore, what's going on?
What's up?
No.
Dirk. Yep. What's happening with our
Dirk.
partners in crime there? My buddy Ryan, Dr. Ordinary, what's going on, man?
Ryan.
I went down to his house today to watch one of these Vinegar Syndrome titles, and I'll talk about it later, but it definitely did not make the top 5. It was garbage. Absolute garbage. And it's a really, really cool fucking packaging, but it is an ass juice movie. It's terrible, dude. Yeah, terrible.
There's a few of those. We could do the opposite too. We could say the worst Vinegar Syndrome one.
Yeah, I would have no problem with that. I'd have no problem with that.
I could come up with that without fighting about it, actually.
Yeah. That would probably be a lot more debatable. That would probably be a more fun stream.
It won't be a fun stream. It'll be like, no, fuck me, fuck you. That's what it's gonna end up being.
Be about a 10-minute stream.
King Gore has a great channel, by the way. So I don't know if you guys have ever checked him out. He's good.
Definitely. I'll check it out.
I'll subscribe to him, check him out.
Definitely too.
Hollow Note said, hey, Dirk, Dr. O. Everybody's saying, hey. Geriatric GTA, what's going on?
What's up?
So I'm not the only old bitch here. That's good. Dr. Ordinary, great intro. Yeah, that's all Brad, man. Brad's gonna get those damn things. Gonna put me out of a job. Adrian James, what's up, guys?
Worked out.
That was a really good intro, bro.
Yeah,
man.
We need it to be 3 minutes, so YouTube doesn't shut down the stream. You know, before the shit actually starts, just don't forget about us.
Right.
Once the 3 minutes goes past, apparently.
Yeah, they got to do roll. They don't want any cussing in like the first 15 seconds, and it's hard for us to get 15 seconds without cussing. So,
hey, seriously, me too.
15-second, buffer. So
that's and anytime somebody invites me to the stream, I normally tell them, man, I got a bad mouth and I just can't, So.
Hey, you're in the right place. I promise you're in the right place here.
Yeah.
All right. Dirk said, ready for the stream, you sick motherfuckers. That's a compliment from where I'm from. Adam the Movie Hunter, what's going on, man? Hey, everybody.
Oh, there he is.
There's Coco. What's going on, Coco?
What's up, Coco?
Have a great stream. Appreciate it. Saying hey. Say hey to Coco. Ken Carlson saying hey to everybody. What's going on, Ken? I'll get through all the hellos here. All right, Adam the Movie Hunter said, hey, Holland, can't wait to see everyone's favorites. Everybody being friendly.
A lot of people think
Copy Blue saying great intro.
A lot of people say there's going to be a lot of parody in this one. I don't think so, man. I think most people are going to pull different shit. They got a lot of titles.
I think so.
And
I think
very
so.
Strange stuff. I think there's going to be a lot of different stuff pulled.
Yeah. And I don't have as deep a knowledge as most of these guys, so I'm sure they're probably going to fucking laugh at my top 5. But I know y'all probably seen a shitload I ain't seen yet. I got a shitload on the shelf I still haven't watched yet. So my window or my pool I was pulling from is a lot smaller than y'all's probably. Shit that I've actually seen. But all right, Archive Blue said great intro. Basement Blue saying, hey to everybody, what's up, Tony?
What's up,
Tony?
Wild Wrangler, Pops and Crew.
What's up?
Everybody saying hey. All right, guys. We're going to get started here. Just a bunch of hellos there. Appreciate everybody being here. So yeah, the way we do it here, guys, we're just going to go around the table. Everybody starts off with number 5, and we'll get this thing rolling.
All right.
Everything ain't changing. What's going on? There we go. Nope, not me.
I'll pull down the.
Yeah, I'm a professional, guys. Y'all hang on. All right, Brian, you're first, buddy.
First, okay. So my number 5 is one that a lot of people don't really know about in the Vinegar Syndrome line, but this is like an exploitation classic in my opinion. It's about this group of like summer school students that like go to the Grand Canyon, but their bus breaks down and a bunch of bikers just invade them and like terrorize the shit out of them. And it's called Trip with the Teacher.
Oh,
it's really good. This one's, I think it's out of print now, but it just came without the slip or whatever back in the day, like one of the first year Vinegar Syndrome line titles. It's just one that I always loved. It's this gang just terrorizes the shit out of the teacher, just like, you know, it's total like rape revenge too. It's got the story like that, and then they just fuck with these kids hardcore that are on this bus, and it's just insane. The leader of the biker gang is just relentless. He just goes for it like no other, and it's just, I don't know, if you like movies like Last House on the Left and, you know, like Thriller and stuff like that, you definitely would want to check this one out. So that's my number 5.
Gizmo's ears perked up. Gizmo said, "Yeah, you had me at rape revenge."
Yeah, well, I'm the same way. Honestly, I feel like my taste is really on par with Gizmo's, man. I like that crazy shit like that too. So that sounds right up my alley, Brian.
Yeah, this was in like one of those 10 movie packs at Best Buy back in the day. Like they would have like a bunch of different exploitation classics in it, and I saw that way back in the day. But it was really chopped up and beat up, and Vinegar Syndrome, you know, just cleaned the shit out of this movie. So it's kind of repetitive. It's got like one song throughout the whole movie that just keeps going. Like you kind of repeat it a lot of the time. But I mean, other than that,
micro budget.
What are you saying?
Yeah, micro budget. Micro budget.
Yeah, it's definitely micro budget, but it's effective as hell.
Yeah. Awesome, man. I'm making a list, by the way. So ones I hadn't seen, I'm definitely gonna check out.
Get your notepads out, everybody.
I'm just going to shit on my job first. I actually downloaded that illegally back in 2004.
You know, you wouldn't steal a car, would you, Gizmo?
No.
Well, why steal a movie?
All right, so my number 5, the thing that I love about Vinegar Syndrome is probably 90% of these movies I've never heard of before. So being able to watch all these movies for like the first time and either find out if they're a horrible movie or find hidden gems that I've never even heard of, that's one of the things I love about Vinegar Syndrome. And this is one of those for me. Dead Heat. Heat, I had never seen this movie before and never even heard of it. And when they released it, I'm like, damn, this is such a fucking fun movie. I mean, is it brilliant? No, it's not, but it is just such a great time. You know, it's hilarious with the cops kind of dialogue and stuff like that, the whole concept of what's happening. But another thing that always wins me as well is going to be practical effects. And in this movie, like all the different kind of scenes have so many practical effects in them. I know when they're in like that, man, it's kind of been a bit since I watched it, but there was some kind of slaughterhouse, I think it was, and like the pigs are like fucking moving and shit like that. I was like, this is so fucking entertaining.
I don't know how they did that side of beef. That side of beef, how the hell they did that, I have no idea. You can see right inside of it, and it's fucking walking. That's crazy.
It's so fucking cool, man. I was like glued to the TV watching this thing for the first time. It was so fucking entertaining, and I love this movie. And yeah, this is my number 5, man. Practical effects always win me over.
Crazy good practical effects for what it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, Joe Piscopo was gold back in the day, man. It was a lot of fun.
Good pick. Yeah, I had problems with my 5, as I know most of you had. So, but I fucked up everything because when I got home now, I changed my title right away. It was just like, bam, I need to put that in the list instead. Yeah, this movie is, I need to look here since my English is so-and-so. It's directed by Adam Rifkin, and what I really like was shocked with this film was because I'd only seen Mouse Hunt when I was younger and Small Soldiers, and of course The Chase. And when I saw this movie was released through Vinegar Syndrome, I got shocked because when I saw this film for the first time, I thought, of course, it was going to be shit. But it was fucking great. I loved this film. And I never been the biggest fan of Maniac Cop. I like them, but they are okay. But I think this movie just does what Maniac Cop should have done. Just do everything fun. And there are a bunch of nudity, bunch of violence, really great one-liners. And the guy who plays the cop here, he's just going full retarded in this film, and I just love it. And there was one, the bonus material on this. It's a 40 minutes documentary on this that's really fun, where you get the director is talking about why he did this film, because he has done, like I said, bigger studio films and stuff. And he wanted to do horror films, but he didn't want to do it to his like brand. So I'm not sure if he changed his name for it, or if it was just like a new line of kind of films he went into. I don't understand, didn't understand that completely.
Yeah.
But I love this film, and I've seen it 2 times now, so it's a fun watch. Highly recommend it.
Yeah. Same director as Detroit Rock City.
Yep.
Yeah, and also Invisible Maniac.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's my
Nice.
number 5.
I wrote it down. I hadn't seen it.
Chuck's next.
Oh,
Okay.
live TV. Fire with the director.
One that I literally don't hear anybody talk about at all. It's on the exploitation side. Sweet Sugar. This is it was one of the earlier ones that they did with the slips. I think the slip was only limited to like 1,000 or 1,500. Phyllis Davis stars in this. She's set up for drug possession, sent to an South American jungle to cut cane because she wouldn't have sex with the head bucking cop, which I don't blame her. But she gets sent down there, and it is full on chaos. There's women in prison film. There's boobs. There's blood. There's a male side and a women's side, and they're going after the guards. The guards are going after them, and it's just such a trip, such a good time. And nobody talks about this one. And this one you have to see. It's great.
That sounds really interesting. Definitely.
Yeah. I don't think I do. I have that one.
I don't have
Yeah,
that.
prison film zone.
This is what it is
Yeah.
without the flip, if that helps at all.
You get a bunch of guys just looking at the shelves going, what the fuck, dude?
Nobody talks about it. No,
That's what I'm doing. I'm checking out the shelves he's talking.
How do I not have that?
There was that title, and Red Mob came out at the same time, I think.
Yep.
And,
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was before my WS time.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
2017, this one.
Good one.
I think
Check
they
that one out.
in those new out of print restocks in December or Black Friday sale, they had that in there, or for the January, whatever they did.
Yep.
Subscriber week.
Yeah, subscriber week.
Yeah.
All right, my number 5. This is how I found Vinegar Syndrome, and this is a childhood favorite of mine. I'm really glad that they put it out. This is a definitive release. It's probably never going to get another one, but it's Dolly Dearest. This is a really underrated, murder doll. If you're looking for a Mexican murder doll, movie where the family moving to Mexico and Mayan souls, fucking, you're not going to find a better movie with that title, with that subject matter. But 1991, directed by Maria Elise. Not familiar with her. This is the video store VHS, artwork here. Everybody remembers that. Big time nostalgia for this one. Was really, really happy to see this actually get a release. But it's follows a family moving from Los Angeles to rural Mexico to buy and run a doll manufacturing company, conveniently located next to a Sanzian burial ground. Doll possession movie, Mexican Chucky, essentially. You get a Denise Crosby interview, and you get an interview with the dwarf who played the doll. That's about it. I'd love to see them get Rip Torn, who was in this movie. I don't know if he was alive still during the time. I don't know if he's still fucking alive. He would have been a great interview for this. He plays a little bit straighter than I would have liked. I'd like to see him crazier in this, but it's a solid release. It's not the best release they have, but again, the nostalgia. I like the movie overall. It's a good one. If you don't have this one, definitely pick it up. I bet you this is going to be on the if they ever do a $10 sale again, you'll be able to get this. I think the slip's gone, but it's still available. Check this one out.
Yeah,
Nice one.
Yeah, good pick. Ed Gale also said it's his favorite role as the doll.
No, the doll. Yeah, the guy who plays the the dwarf. His interview is pretty interesting on it. He really thinks he's the star of the world. I mean, I've never seen such a small person have such a huge ego. He's just like, without me, this movie wouldn't happen. Okay, they owe me. Everybody owes me. I'm the king. You know, like those people that made the props, they're bullshit. And the props, the practical dolls in it are great. By the way, that's the one thing I wanted to mention. I love the little dolls that they made. And unlike Chucky, it's not just one doll. It's a warehouse full of dolls.
Yeah.
That's another element to it that I really enjoyed. Like they're all possessed, not just one.
Wasn't the dwarf guy from Chucky?
Yeah, he's also playing Chucky. And he's playing also Howard the Duck.
Yeah, Howard the Duck. That's right.
Howard the Duck. Well, there you go.
No.
That makes sense.
Hell yeah, man. That's a good pick.
Yep.
All right. My number 5 here, I went back and forth on my 5th pick. I landed on this one here, mainly because it's such a childhood favorite. I grew up with this movie. The package is fucking stellar. And that's Beastmaster.
Oh,
and I mean the package this was the first VSU that they came out with. Everybody's familiar with these. You got the magnetic clip there. And this is a movie that I feel like if it wasn't for a company like Vinegar Syndrome, there's no way this is getting a 4K.
Yeah, 100%.
I watched this. This was on repeat. Back in the day on HBO, TBS, shit like that, they would show it all the time. But this is just a good time. You got a very minimal cast in this. You do have John Amos from the good times back in the day. You got Mark Singer as the lead role. Their costumes are ridiculous. I rewatched this a couple days ago. It was campy as hell. If it wasn't for the nostalgia factor, I don't know if I would have liked it if it was a first time watch as much as I did. But like I said, I watched it so many times growing up, and I always call this kind of the poor man's Conan the Barbarian. It's kind of sort of the same vein, sword and sandal kind of movie. Directed by Don Coscarelli.
Yeah.
And I think he did the screenplay for Bubba Hotep, and I think he wrote Phantasm.
Yeah, he did Phantasm.
And did some other stuff. But it's a good time. I mean, you got a guy here that has a special power where he talks to animals. They used a tiger that was kind of controversial back in the day. They used a tiger that was an actual striped tiger, but they painted the damn thing black. And I think they got some. So they had some problems with that. But man, the packaging alone, I went back and forth with this one and a couple others. To me, I was looking at packaging, features, my enjoyment of the movie, the whole package. With Vinegar Syndrome, whether you're a slipcover collector or not, you got to factor in the packaging because their package is second to none. And this is some of my favorite shit they've done. I mean, of course, you get the book and all that shit, but once you take all that out, man, just look at that. I don't know, it just looks fantastic. You also got Rip Torn in this. Rip Torn plays the bad guy. He's got his nose prosthetic on. He looks fucking ridiculous, but I love Rip Torn, and he's great in this. But yeah, that's my number 5, mainly for nostalgia. Still holds up for me though. So
Definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I'm kind of pissed because there's another movie I wanted to put here at number 5. And I'm probably going to regret it later because I like to talk about it as well, but it just didn't fit. So
it's amazing we all had the same problem though. Everybody's like, God, number 5 was really pushing my shit in. Like I don't know how the fuck I couldn't pick 5 to save my life.
I was sitting right before I got on the stream. I'm like, how did I not get this movie in my top 5? There's no way this movie's not in my top 5. The one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
And Don Coscarelli is a weird career because he made Phantasm and he made Bubba Hotep, and both of them are great. And I like all the Phantasm films.
Yep.
But he didn't do anything else. So he had done that Johnny Dies in the end, or what you call it, like later in his career.
Yeah.
But he should have done tons of films.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to go through the chat real fast. Yep. We're not going to try to make this too a stream, so I'm just going to go through it real quick, guys. If I miss anybody, I do apologize. I'm always good about trying to read everybody's chat, but
we've only got Chuck for you know, another maybe an hour before he goes down. So
Yeah, I'm good.
Everybody's still saying hey there.
that's a little more than an hour, I think, but not much.
Oh yeah, that's a solid hour at least though. Dirk said Brian with the DVS title. Hell yeah, man. That sounds crazy. Definitely got to check that out. Heavy. Brad, you love Triple the Teacher.
Yeah, let's check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to grab that one. Anything prison movie, especially a woman prison movie, I'm all about it.
Mm-hmm.
Not order said Gizmo rocking the Pirate Bay back in the day. Yeah. Basic Blues Dead Heat. Dead Heat is great. What I remember back in the day. Yeah, I got it on the shelf. I haven't watched that release yet, but I've seen that movie a lot back in the day. Fish, what's going on, Fish? What's up, guys? That's what I hear. That's what I hear. I'm enjoying what Vinegar Syndrome has put out the past year. Yeah, I think it's one of their best years. I mean, I've only been.
I think it is
around
their best year last year. Last year they killed it.
Because I've been involved, it's the best year that I've been around. Hard Copy Blues. Joe Piscopo was so over the top in sidekicks. Got to check out Dead Heat. Damn, that slip is out of stock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's more of the same in Dead Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need to see Psycho Cop.
Psycho Cop 2.
I'm waiting for them to release the first Psycho Cop. They did the second one. I've been waiting on that first one. They haven't done it.
Yeah.
And that's Psycho Cop Returns, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to see the first one to see the second one, though.
I know, but still.
I'm just telling Alan before he, tries to hunt down the first one.
Yeah. Brian knows me. I'm gonna go out and try to find the first one. Though. I got fucking Psycho Cop 2 and 3 on the shelf, or Maniac Cop 2 and 3 on the shelf, and I don't have one yet. So I was trying to wait to get one so I could watch the trilogy. But
yeah,
I have part one, and
I've seen them before. Yeah.
The slip is amazing too.
Hey.
Nice flex, man. Nice flex.
Shots
That
fired.
is a nice looking slip.
I wasn't going to throw it in Gizmo's face, but I got it too.
I feel bad for anybody that doesn't have the slip, by the way.
I was too late.
It comes with this slip.
Oh, Benicio.
I regret I picked that film.
You're getting great recommendations out the gate. I'll check out Dead Heat tonight. Cool.
So
Adam,
fun.
movie on a great pick, Gizmo. Got to check out that one, Chuck. Not familiar with it.
It's a great film. Nobody talks about it. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, Tony likes Dolly Deer's pick there. All right. Dolly D is a fun movie.
A lot of that's nostalgia too. I think it's like Alan said. There's like an algorithm. It all goes in, nostalgia, the package, how good the movie is, and I think it's actually a good movie. It's not just like, schlock. It's actually an interesting concept.
I like it more than play, and I know I'm not in the.
You're trying to get beat up? Is that what this is?
All right, Dirk said, hell yeah, Brad, Dolly Dearest, that bitch gets bloody.
Yep.
A lot of fans of the Dolly Dearest, Brad. All right, fifth pick, everyone is different. This stream already kicks ass. Yep. I want that Robert Muldoon figure.
Don't even get started here with the figures. The cameras will start panning around. Hey, check this one out. Gore will pull out his fucking Cannibal Holocaust figure.
That thing is so sick.
That everybody wants.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of that thing.
Fucking Gizmo pull out his goddamn egg from Alien.
There is only one figure, and that's Lucio full shit.
Hell yeah. I'll go get my Blade replica from Full Moon.
Tony giving Coco some love. They're saying she did a good job hosting her first live stream. Yes, she did. That was a good time.
It's only limited editions, right? You have on top there.
Yeah, there's some limited stuff, some box sets when I don't fit on the shelf, and just a couple things. Like I do have a Cannibal Holocaust up there, The Walking Dead season 2 zombie head up there. I really don't have many things like that because it's just not stuff I collect.
Okay, let's just change the stream now. We talk about busts.
Don't get him started with the busts. His whole house is full of those fucking things. I don't even know where he sleeps.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, well, I ran some great movie pops. Fucking right out, Beastmaster, childhood favorite for me as well. Yeah, some people said back in the day that they played Beastmaster so much that HBO stood for, hey, Beastmaster's on. That's what everybody said HBO stood for. They played that bitch on repeat, man. I mean, it was on every single day.
Oh my god. I forgot about
Adrian James says, hey to Coco. Hey, Holland and Coco. All right. Hardcopy Blue says, still need to watch Beastmaster. I got it late on eBay for too much money. Won all the VSUs. Yeah, those VSUs are nice, man. I'm looking forward to see what else they put out.
I think it's the Beastmaster they fucked up the color on. I didn't know because I hadn't seen it before, but I heard people saying the whole movie looks like too red or something. I don't know.
I thought it looked good. There's a disclaimer when you first start watching it that basically says it's from the 35 millimeter original. Some parts were so fucked up they couldn't really fix it. And what I was reading at some point, they lost the original. That they thought the original got completely lost, but the house got sold that the original was stored in. And so the director or whoever was putting out, like feelers saying, help us find the original. And so I don't know if they ever found it when they did this restore, but
yeah, that was done.
It wasn't bad. I didn't notice it being bad at all when I watched it. I mean, it was fine.
Yeah, it looked good for me also. It was.
I mean, last time I watched it was probably on VHS. So it was an upgrade regardless when I seen it last. So and the VSUs are must buys. Chatty Bobby, what's going on, Chatty Bobby? Salute to you, fellas. Appreciate you being here. I've been watching him for a long time, man. It's cool he's here. Fish says, I need that title myself. Everybody saying hey again.
Me and Chatty used to stream together.
Oh, yeah? It's like a pretty cool guy. Hardcopy Blue says, Tony, the VSU releases are second to none packaging wise. Yeah, they're my favorite. Probably from any label. They're probably my favorite.
Oh.
I'm just skipping over a lot of the haze here, guys. Hardcopy Blues, I dig pop style and managing the chat. Keeping it moving. Don't have to highlight all the pleasantries. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know if that makes me sound like an asshole. Fuck y'all, we ain't got time for all this bullshit. Let's just get started. I got shit to do.
We don't have time for that nice shit over here.
Craig, what's going on, Craig? Listen, Craig, what are you worried about? You, Tommy, are gonna cheat anyway. You're the French called fat and competent.
Fat and competent.
What the hell's he talking about?
He's doing a Home Alone reference again.
You're what the French called les incompetents.
Yeah,
I got you.
He's
probably going, dude, you read that all wrong. Goddamn.
Yeah. It's always Home Alone.
One real nerd. Hello, what's going on? Cool name, by the way.
That is
Basement Blues. Yeah. King or Coco, y'all are killing it with those shows. Love them. Yeah, they're a good time. Y'all ain't checked out the Lost Girls. You're gonna check that out.
Oh yeah.
Dirk said, "Damn, Gizmo got thrown into the bus and dragged."
Absolutely.
Steve Mars, what's going on, Steve? Greetings, gentlemen,
Steve?
and flick friends. Thanks to Tony. All right, Craig says, "Listen, Craig, what do you say? Word? Okay, do you do it again? Okay, I guess you want me to read it and maybe redo it, but I'm done. I really enjoyed it." All right, one real nerd here says, "What is your most favorite Vinegar Syndrome film of all times?" But don't say Beastmaster because the HD color was horrible, oversaturated color. Yeah, well, that's what we're doing here. We're gonna get the number one here in a minute.
You're about to find out.
Are we up to one already?
Yeah.
+3.
Bob says, "Gizmo, Pops, Brad, Brian, Helio, DCO, and Chuck. What a panel. What's going on, Bob?"
What's up, Bob?
What's up, Bob?
Hey to Bob. Craig says, "This stream is so full of fat people, it makes me sick. When I grow up and get fatter, I'm eating alone. Do you hear me? I'm eating alone. I'm eating alone."
He's full of Home Alone references.
It's always Home Alone.
He's
every time.
He's a Home Alone super freak, dude. He's a Home Alone
He's
super
popping
freak.
your Reese's
I
cups
love
there,
Home
Craig.
Alone too.
He makes a pilgrimage to Chicago to the family house every year. And prays in front of the fucking prays in front of the building.
That's
He
funny.
just camps out for
I'm
a couple
huge
days.
Home Alone fan though, man. I love 1 and 2 Home Alone are fucking masterpieces to me.
Yeah, no, they're great movies, man.
He can't come within 500 yards of Macaulay Culkin. Let's put it that way.
What about his brother?
All right. Kian says some of my favorite VS titles are Fade to Black, Werewolf versus Vampire Women 4K, TCM 2 4K, Thriller 4K, Spookies, Corruption of Chris Miller, Madman 4K.
Some great ones in there for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. All right, guys, we're gonna move on and start at number 4 here.
Number 4, yeah.
If I remember the order, I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Everything jumps around when I switch screens. Everything bounces around, fucks me up.
Now, a lot of people don't talk about these movies too much, but I'm just going to talk about one of them, the set. That's the Televised Terror set. I really love these box sets of TV films, and I hope they do more of them like this. Because the one I liked the most in here was Are You in the House Alone?
Yep.
That's my number 4.
Agree.
Really solid title about this girl, who's getting terrorized throughout high school and stuff like that, getting anonymous notes that are just threatening, and she's getting assaulted and shit. And it's got a real young Dennis Quaid in here. He's vicious in this. Really great. They kind of pushed the limits as far as they could on a TV horror movie with this. And the other films in the set are great too, but this is just the one that's my number 4 pick. So check it out.
That is a really good one, man. And that box set too, I love almost all those movies in there. I enjoyed all of them, man.
The other 2 films star Tom Skerritt, so you got him in there.
Yeah,
like a Tom Skerritt box set.
Sharon Stone's in one of them. Elijah Wood's in another one.
I like the Elijah Wood one too. That one's good.
Yeah, The Child in the Night. Yeah.
Yep.
I just hope they release another set of those and they include a movie I've been waiting for years, Nightmare on the 13th Floor. It hasn't had a release. That's
they're supposed to. I think in November. I think it's slated as far as the subscriber. The whole, they tell you everything that's coming out in the year.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice,
man.
All right. So my number 4. We were just talking about the whole Home Alone references. So mine's going to be Dial Code, Deadly
release.
Games. This is one, another one. I never even heard. Actually, you know what? I lied. I have heard of it as a kid, but I never watched it until this release came out. And man, just like I said, I'm usually like a gore hound and stuff. This movie is not gory at all, but the substance that it has is just fucking amazing. I love the relationship with the child and his grandfather and just how adventurous he is. I mean, he just he reminds you of every male kid, or any kid really. He's just so adventurous. He watches the movies and wants to be an action hero and stuff like that. And then this fucking crazy fucking Santa Claus guy comes in there and tries to fucking take over the house. And he's doing all his little Home Alone things to get him the fuck out of there. The part where he puts his grandfather inside that night suit
of armor.
Man, that's just so crazy. I loved this movie so fucking much. Another one, the first time when I watched it, I was just like, at first I was like, oh man, this movie's subtitled. And then, don't get me wrong. I love subtitled movies, but I have to be in the mood for them sometimes. And this movie just drew me in right away. I didn't even notice. I was so into it that I wouldn't even notice I was reading the subtitles. And it was just so fucking good, man. I absolutely love this movie. Great movie right here. And I watch it every Christmas now. Around the Christmas holiday season, this is a must watch. I have to watch it.
Yeah, the French, man, they're really good at severity. And that Santa is fucking out there. Batshit. Slaps the shit out of a little kid at the opening.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, he's just like a fucking bum that went nuts.
And by the way, John Hughes did rip off that movie for Home Alone.
Yeah,
it's documented 1,000%. He was there. He saw the movie at a premiere, and then he wrote Home Alone.
Yep.
No way.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Off the top of my head, I think that film's from '89, right? Deadly Games.
Yeah.
The year before. Home Alone came out.
For Home Alone, I remember if Home Alone was 90 or 90.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, this one's 89. Yeah, that's such a trip.
Yeah, it's got a great score to it too.
It does. Yeah.
It's a fun ass movie.
The French is really underrated when it comes to horror.
Vinyl too. I need to get the vinyl. I also collect horror vinyl, so
Oh, you're one of those? All right, I regret this. Kick him out.
Yes, That's a great pick, man. I love that fucking movie. Great pick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a great pick because my pick is also this.
Yes, I told you, Gizmo. I told you.
First
I really
duplicate.
feel like me
I like
and you have such good fucking taste, or the similar taste.
He said, "Yeah, Gizmo, me and you were both fucked up. Really fucked up the same way."
Yeah, I think I hadn't heard about this film before. It was never legal in Norway, I believe, at least. I tried to look it up also. I couldn't find anything about it in a regional release, but I know it had a Scandinavian release, and in Scandinavia it was called Game Over.
Yep.
And in America, I think it was called Dial Code Santa Claus, or was that in England? I don't remember. But
3615, Dial Code Santa Claus, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I also saw the doc that was on this, and also if you look up on YouTube, you can find an interview where I think it's Chris Columbus, or was it John Hughes? I don't remember who of them are saying that, no, we never saw that film and we didn't know about it at all and blah, blah, blah. But it's impossible because they came out like years between, like 1 year or 2 years between.
Yeah.
But I do understand the director behind this because he lost tons of money because of the release of Home Alone in America. Then this movie wouldn't, like, they didn't need this film in America after Home Alone had that big blockbuster that it did. And this is a completely different film, though. And what I got out of Santa Claus is that he's some kind of, like you said, bum or something. But I also got some small kind of pedo vibes from him. Because, you know, at the shopping mall, how he looks at the girl, it's so creepy.
Yep.
He is the scariest Santa up till this day. And sorry to Silent Night, Deadly Night, and all of those films, but up till the day this movie was released, I think he's the most
Christmas
scary.
Blood.
Christmas Blood will come after. No, but I do think he's scary as hell, and I'm glad I didn't see this film as a child because I would never fucking.
It's always rape with you every time. Like this kid, it's Santa. He has to be not just a murderer. He's got to be a rapist too. He's a
Look
kid
at the
raper, too.
Look at the film once more and see how he looks at the little girl. It's so creepy.
Oh yeah.
It's yeah. But what I do love most about this film is the music, the score, and the cinematography. It's so beautiful shot. It makes Home Alone look like a trash film in my book. This is like the French finesse when it comes to their cinema goals, if you like. They have always been ahead of everyone else when it comes to cinematography. So I think you said the most. So, but this is a great, great movie. Everybody should see it at Christmas.
I agree.
Fucking Craig is just squirming right now. Craig's just like topping.
Craig is unsubscribed from everybody right now.
I will get so much shit in the comments now.
That's awesome, man. First duplicate.
So my fourth is not Deadly Games. I do have a different one. One. Slaughterhouse.
Oh.
Yeah.
This one, I think it's 1987. It's this book owned by Lester Bacon, and it's Bacon and Sons, which is terrific. This tells you how this goes. And he's going under. Town is foreclosing on him. Somebody that used to work for him has his own slaughterhouse, is trying to buy it from him. His son is got mental problems. He doesn't talk. He makes noises like a pig. He carries around this gigantic hatchet, and he just starts killing anybody that comes near the slaughterhouse. And his father keeps telling him, no, no, no. And he just keeps rattling off 3 names of people to kill. And it's got great practical effects. And it's just out of control. And slip flex, they did. It's actually an annoying slip cover because it splits like this.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put it on the shelf and it's tight and you go to pull it out, it just stays there and this comes off.
Yeah.
So actually a little bit annoying rather than the top ones that they've gone with now with the box sets. But great film. It's loaded with special features, from commentaries, interviews. There's just a ton of stuff on here. So even without the slip, if you're an 80s horror slasher fan, this definitely needs to be in your collection.
Yeah, that slip is worth a lot of money. That side slip.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck they call elevator slip.
Yes, though, it's just like
it was an interesting idea, but I'm glad I didn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I actually have that one. That's one of the rare ones I actually have. So
Yeah.
They kind of did it for the Angel box set too.
Oh yeah.
Well, the Angel one's it's a top loader.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough.
It's funny, man. Slaughterhouse. I remember hearing about that movie when I was in the first grade, and I never watched it until Vinegar Syndrome released it. But I remember I knew this kid in fucking first grade, and he was talking to me about Slaughterhouse, getting me all amped up about it. I never got a chance to watch it until Vinegar Syndrome. So it was weird nostalgia when that one came out.
We'll have his chair. Oh no, there it is. Okay.
I think 88 films also
It's
released.
not like he
that.
fell out of his damn chair. That'll raise the value of the stream.
Shit, it wasn't me falling out. Hey, that's a win for me.
Not yet.
Yeah. Cool, man. All right, man.
My
What you got,
number
Brad?
4. I think I can't remember who recommended this to me. I think multiple people recommended it to me, and I don't know what that says about me. Probably not anything good, but it was like, oh man, you love rape beast movies, right? 1981, Incubus, man. This is such a sleeper, man, in the Vinegar Syndrome line.
Yeah.
I didn't get the slip. Yes, I understand. I'm a piece of shit. But I fucking loved this movie, man. When I totally blind, people recommend me shit, and I'm just like, I kind of roll my eyes. I'm like, if you knew what was going on in here, like don't tell me something's dark if it's not dark. And this is fucking dark, and it's awesome. It's directed by John Hugh. He's British. Can't understand a word he's saying. Shot in the surrounding towns of Toronto, Canada. Stanley Meyer's score is excellent in this. He's really a strong in Hollywood. He's done all sorts of movies, but the score is great in it. The movie follows Sam Cordell, played by John Cassavetes, small town medical examiner and surgeon, his 18-year-old like Bambi-looking daughter, and her boyfriend, while a series of brutal, heinous rapes and murders are taking place. Turns out to be an incubus, which is a fucking drooling, sadistic, ravenous, shape-shifting, red semen secreting rape beast. And it's fucking awesome. It's great. I couldn't say enough about this movie. This is one of their best movies, like as a movie goes, like in my opinion. It's also a lot of fun. Really, really underrated, man. It does have some features. I don't remember. You get an interview with the director. You get an interview with some of the special effects guys. The director interview, John Hugh, it's totally useless. You're not going to be able to understand a word he says. And he just kind of rambles on. But anyway, man, this is probably the definitive release it's ever going to get. Really great, really underrated. That cover, if you watch the movie, kind of makes sense, but kind of doesn't. I guess I would check out the reverse artwork, but it's really good, man. And you don't want this spoiled for you. You want to go into it blind, but check this one out.
You remember the first line in the movie, Brad? I wrote it to you.
It's when they're at the lake.
The two first lines.
Well, fuck you.
No, you bitch. You bitch.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Then you know there's a bad
That's
sci-fi.
the kind of movie. That's the kind of movie we're dealing with here.
I like that one a lot. That one's cool.
crazy good. At least for me, I loved it.
Yeah, no, I loved it too. Was that a trauma film? Am I tripping?
Yeah,
It might have been. I'm not sure.
it would say right on the back. It says multicom. I don't see. It's not stamped Troma anywhere.
Okay. I could
Maybe it was distributed to Troma back in the days.
Yeah. Okay.
They distribute other films also.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Brad, I wrote that down. You mentioned that one before. I still ain't seen it before, so I need to try to grab that one.
It's awesome. The rape stuff is tastefully done. So, okay, if you're squeamish, a woman gets ripped right off the fucking toilet and raped. So, I mean, if that bothers you, might not want to check it out.
No, I think I'll be all right. I've seen some pretty weird shit. I think it'll be all right.
I love John Cassavetes, the medical examiner, and he's just like, this had to be like 20 guys that raped this woman. Look at all this semen. The big pint of fucking red shit. He's like, this isn't blood. This is red semen. We got a serious problem here in town. You better get the National Guard out here.
All right, my number 4. When this came out, it's the first I'd ever seen it. It was The Blind Buy. And I was an instant fan. I think I watched it 3 times, like the first 2 weeks it was out. And that's going to be the fabulous release Thriller, A Cruel Picture.
Insane
Christina Lindbergh, man, she's got some damn gravy on her tater, son. She's good looking as hell in this movie. And there's something about her sweet, innocent face with that eye patch. There's something about it, man. She has just such a cool ass look. Now this one here comes with the 2 different versions of the movie. You get they call her one eye. Some people say they call her brown eye. But this one here is the clean version of the movie. And A Cruel Picture is the one that's got the like the X-rated scenes kind of added into it. And I would recommend watching this one first. And then after you watch this one for one time, then I would just go back to this one. Because the X-rated scenes they throw in are so just off the wall weird. It's not even the stars of the movie. It's some kind of traveling gypsies they hired that do like live sex shows. They hired them just to throw in these scenes because back in the day, wherever this was filmed, Sweden, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah.
Those type of films were so popular, the director added them in just to make it more, more sellable. But that has nothing to do with the movie. The best part about this, what everybody talks about, is the eye gouge scene. They use an actual cadaver, a real cadaver, whatever. So if you ever want to know what eyeball looks like when it's punctured, there you go. So that's only in this one here, and the other one in this one here, they actually cut that out. They cut away right before they actually puncture the eyeball. But Quentin Tarantino is a big fan of this. If you look at her look there, you ever seen Kill Bill? Daryl Hannah's character was inspired by this. Quentin Tarantino actually told her to watch this movie to kind of, get her mood for her character in Kill Bill. So a lot of Kill Bill vibes, Daryl Hannah vibes in this. Just a good time. If I could change anything about the movie, it'll be some of the slow motion scenes at the end. I think the slow motion scenes are a little over the top, a little ridiculous. But past that, I love it.
The problem you had with this brutal fucking rape movie. That's what you.
That was
great.
I
don't
great.
like the slow motion scenes. The fucking porno stuff. You wouldn't change that either. No, I don't like when.
All that was great. All that was great. The first time I watched it, I was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, it just cuts to it, man. It don't play around.
Out of nowhere. It's just hairy assholes slamming together.
It's zoomed in too. You're getting right.
Oh yeah. And
Gizmo's just like,
there's
Scandinavia for you.
And there's this random ass hair, pubic hair, in the corner of the screen that just kind of stays there for a while.
Yeah.
You almost don't notice it after a while, but it stays there. But I mean, I just love this movie. I love the packaging. You got the nice hard box. I mean, it's just fantastic. So that's my number 4.
That release sold out in 2 days, something like that.
Oh man, it is that long.
Quick.
I think it was 12,000 they had of that or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the limited edition was 5,000 for that pink box, and then another however many of the standard.
They still sell for about what they went for on eBay right now. So
yeah.
All right, we'll go through the chat here real quick. Yeah, we had some asshat in the chat, whatever. I blocked his ass, but he was saying grown men buying movies, yada, 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 go have sex, exercise, do something different. I blocked his ass.
I just got back from the gym a little bit ago. You can have more than one hobby. What the fuck?
Run into me at a convention. Run into me at a convention and talk all that shit.
For real.
Yeah. Why the fuck are you wasting your time in our fucking chat? Fucking
haters.
But
come to Norway. I will show you my pet.
Who's the bigger? Oh, I love that slip, dude. That's awesome.
That's a cool slip.
I love the back of it, man. Look at the back too. It's so
it looks really nice.
Really cool, man.
Vinicia, do you have the miniature one? I got the mini one.
No, I didn't. I didn't. Yeah.
I think I have that still. They came out with like 2 other ones at the same time.
Yeah, Orgies of the Dead and the Uninvited.
I had no idea how they were. I was like, I'm drunk. I'll just buy them and see what the fuck they are.
That was me last night at the Arrow sale.
And you can see by his collection from behind, he's drunk a lot.
No, I can't argue.
all right. Tony says, I still need that televised terror set.
Get it?
Love TV
really
movies.
I think it's still
Gus,
in.
what's going on, man?
Not out of print.
Mm-hmm.
Gus and head everybody. All right, Waffles, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Captain
Captain
Whore.
Whore. Yeah, man. What's going on, everyone? Vinicia, what's up, my G?
What's up, my dude?
Basement Blues. Hey, love Nightmare on 13th Floor. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw. I
Cool
want
title.
that
Never
movie.
seen it before. Never heard of it.
It's great.
Everybody saying hey here.
It's a Jolly from. I think it's from America. I think so.
Yeah.
Sort of a Jolly.
Hard Cop Blues. Damn it, VDC. Another VS4K with a slip out of stock.
Fucking Brian has more of them than I do, though. I'm still missing a couple.
I got a shelf over here. 2/3 of it's full with Vinegar Syndrome and Partner With.
I don't even have one blood.
Out.
This guy has two now.
You have 2 blood hooks, yeah. I got you 2 dicks.
Yeah.
Over here, one.
All right. King Gore says finally subbing up the crew. Didn't know there were 4 other streams.
5.
Damn.
Yeah. Out of the movie hunter. Great movie, Vin. I watch it every Christmas as well. Yep.
Hell yeah.
All right. Some of the other favorites is Deadly Games 4K, Christmas Evil, Candy Snatchers, Slaughterhouse, and Death Wish 2 4K. Still ain't watched my Death Wish 2 yet.
Almost hit the list.
Candy Snatchers is underrated.
Yep.
Great.
Christmas Evil too, man. It's funny. The first time I watched that movie, I hated it, and then I watched it again. I fucking loved it, and I that's another one I watch every Christmas. I love that movie, man.
I do too. I'd love to see that get the 4K upgrade this Christmas from them.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
Yeah,
see it.
I can see them doing that.
Yep.
Dan Hughes owes them some money. Gus says, I know, Vin, the reason I haven't bought that yet. First double. Bobby Blues. Okay. Everybody's still saying hey here.
I just want Hitler on Ice. That's the film I want.
Hitler on Ice.
It's going to be.
I can't be as good as Christmas Blood.
Of course not.
Christmas Blood was, yeah, the director's a weird bitch, though. Christmas Blood was actually directed by Gizmo there. He directs movies, and that was one of his. It's actually a pretty solid movie. I really enjoyed it. He gets killed in it, too.
I love how
Gizmo get taken out.
Actually really good.
I didn't mean it like that, goddamn.
Good.
I'm just saying that I knew it had a micro budget, so I was going in a certain frame of mind, and me and my son's watching it, and we're going, damn, how much money do you have to make this? This is done very well. I mean, it starts off, man. It's like looks like it has a bigger budget than it did. Is what I'm trying to say.
I bet that's going to be a VS title. That seems like something they would grab.
I was just going to say
cool shit.
Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah, that'd be cool as shit. I still got to check out Inside the Whore. He's got another movie called Inside the Whore. It's got to be good.
I will never be allowed on your channel again then.
Out in the movie hunters, checking out the VS favorites bomb. Close your ears, Craig Williams. Yeah, I'm sure Craig is just squirming on his couch there. Captain Horse, hey, what's up, Hollow Notes? What's up, Tony? What's up, Bob? All right, morning, be rad. What's going on, Garrett? Say to everybody.
What's up, man?
Say hey to Garrett. Yeah, and Garrett, this comment here in just a little bit. Garrett, I think, said something. Let's see, deleted it. And he said something back to that troll a minute ago. He's like, here it is. He said, what if I already do all that, bros? So I'm talking about having sex, doing anything else but this, grown men buying movies, that kind of shit.
Yeah. Who's the bigger loser, us or the guy watching?
Exactly.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Wait till we do one on our toys, man. We check
that out.
Yeah.
Now you just completely empty the chat. You called everyone a loser.
Damn, Brad.
I guess you're right. Just that guy.
He's just joking.
Everybody else
He's
cool.
just joking.
Just that one guy.
Sorry, I'm trying to get past all these hates, guys. Sorry if I miss anybody here. Mike D hates you. Great name.
Yeah, but
Angel was a top loader.
I told that because I saw the comment. It's a side loader.
Oh, I want that box.
It is a side loader.
Those are actually good films too. The first
they are good,
really good. Yeah.
Is it comedy or what kind of genre?
It's like a drama exploitation kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a whore or something in high school.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, she's like a prostitute. It's a really good story, man. It's really interesting too. I loved it, man. And I'd never heard of it until I bought that box set. It was really good.
The second
Brad
one,
had me at whore.
the second one has Betsy Russell in it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the second one's cool too.
So funny. I thought that was a top loader. Like, look here, I got it up on this side where my box sets are. Like, oh, it's a top loader. Oh, idiot.
Vision may be a little impaired right now.
No.
Yeah, Dirk said Ichabod's good pick, brother Brad. All right, I'm watching TC 2000, and so far is good. Yeah, he was great in those old Tybo commercials. He was awesome in that, man.
They put out a lot of Billy Blanks last year.
Between VS and MVD, there's so much Billy Blanks going on.
I already read that one. What time's church tomorrow at the 4K tent revival?
7
You never got to get up early to go to church.
7 p.m. the gospel begins. Over the 4K tent revival.
He's a chunk
to learn the culture.
Vinegar Syndrome has great movies. Evie at Vinegar, super cool.
Yeah, I don't know her. Yeah.
The customer service representative.
Oh, the bitch on the phone. Yeah, she's. I love that. When you call, it's the same chick every time, and she takes care of it, no problem.
Yeah. That's a big deal. Some of these other companies, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's one person that does all their shit. It's crazy.
So far, we have movies with tasteful rape and the bitch on the phone.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah.
Oh, that bitch on the phone, she's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that bitch on the phone. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I meant to say broad. The broad on the phone at dinner.
Broad.
She's not a bitch.
Yeah. Cat and Horse says, hell yeah, so happy I'm like an hour away from the archive. And my son, my oldest son's married and moved out to Denver. I live in Florida. He lives out there in Denver, whatever. And so he's not far away from the archive they just opened out there. So I'm gonna have to work with him and get him to send me some shit out there. The next time we visit, we're definitely gonna check that one out.
That's awesome.
I'm like 30 minutes from I never go.
Yeah,
they have hella shit in there too. I watched somebody's video of like them walking through there, man, and they have so much stuff in there. It's crazy.
During COVID, they expanded massively because they own like this whole building, and they had one floor, and downstairs they had like some used stuff and whatnot. But now they've changed, like they took out like this wall that was on the side where they would go to like pack everything and whatnot, and made that more rooms. They put some room in the back. You go upstairs, downstairs. Now you're all over the place. I haven't been there since they did it, but I really want to go. But the problem is, I know if I go in there, I'm going to spend so much fucking money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a crack den. It's like a crack den for you. You know what's going to happen.
All right. I like Alien from LA. Was a great film.
Oh God,
Mike D hates you. I haven't watched it. I haven't heard anything good about it yet, but I haven't seen it yet, so I can't give an opinion. Nice Cat in the archive is 15 minutes from where I live. Smash that like button. What's going on, caveman?
What's up, guy?
Maybe one day I'll post my VS collection online. Yeah, should do it.
Should.
Archive Blues pulling the trigger on Thriller. Very cool. Quentin Tarantino told Daryl Hannah to watch it to prep for Kill Bill. Yeah,
that's
I love that movie, man. I'm a big mark for it. Cat and Horses. Okay, let's see who's going to pull out the Scanner Cop set.
Yeah, that was also almost on my list.
Yeah. 25 watching, only 11 likes. Guys, y'all hit the like button. Subscribe to everybody, all that good shit.
Yeah.
Gus says, is Scanner Cop a direct sequel to Scanners?
I think it's unauthorized. They're unauthorized sequels.
Yeah,
it's a different thing.
It's supposed to be 4 and 5, but aren't really.
Yeah.
It's not linked.
All right. One Real Nerd says, my Chauffeur was one of my favorite films, but the transfer was not the best. I have the DVD version and the VS version Blu-ray. I wish they would have done a better job. It's sometimes hit or miss.
That's more of a regular title for them. It's like an 80s comedy.
Yeah, it's got the chick from Valley Girl in it, right? What's her name?
Valley Girl, yeah.
And sometimes the materials are only so good. You know, you can only make the thing.
Yeah, they can't do much. Man. Some of these movies are pretty fucking old. You know,
yeah.
I mean, and they don't only work what they can do what they can. Miss on some titles. Shit, it is a side loader, huh?
Yeah.
Don't question Brian on VS Collection. He knows when it's a side loader.
Yeah.
Don't try to correct Brian on VS shit. He doesn't.
He couldn't tell you wrong if he wanted to. It's a cyborg, not a person. So it's just
Dude, what we said they're doing the stream. We started doing a stream, and I'll say something. I need to get that, and Brian's like, "Dude, you already got it." Brian knows what I got better than he knows what I got better than I do.
And you haven't even done and you haven't even done like a full collection video or anything like that.
What's going on, Adrian James? Geriatric GTA says, "Hey Bryce, I'm watching this stream while having sex and ordering movies off Amazon." That was the dude that was Bryce was the motherfucker earlier fucking with us. Watching the stream while having sex and ordering movies off Amazon. That's awesome. What a great night. You're a bum, Chuck. One real nerd. I know the owner of Vinegar Syndrome quite well. Cool.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
Upstairs is vinyl, back area is books, basement is videotapes, front area is new movies, VS wall, used stuff, tapes out there out of the store, throughout the store. Mike D jokes are a good thing to settle in. Pops, every time I watch a show, I go online and buy something, Blu-rays, 4Ks. Man, that's kind of name of the game. I'm doing the stream. I do the same shit. I make a damn list. I'm spending money too. I just do it after the stream. Sometimes I do it right on stream.
Buying shit. You'll see him go into buy mode at least one time.
Yeah, you can tell when I go into buy mode. Y'all lose me for a minute. So, okay, so I love Tough Turf, James Spader, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, it's not a Vinegar Syndrome.
But he still loves it. Had to mention it. All right. Well, guys, we're moving right along. We're gonna jump into round 3 here. Everybody's got fucked up again. Look at my fucking list. Brian goes first. All right.
All right, this one was just mentioned, and I kind of wish the art was better in this one, honestly, because I don't like the slipcover art or the underneath artwork. I've talked about this before, but that's Christmas Evil. Yeah. Love this movie. I wish they had the trauma artwork that was on the DVD, with just the Santa Claus, the white background and everything.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know where they came up with this shit. But yeah, just like an all-time Christmas classic now, in my opinion. I just love seeing the portrayal of the main, what's his name, Harvey or Harry? Yeah, Harry. How he just turns from from being the little kid and seeing the crazy shit that he saw as a kid, and just growing up and working at the toy store, and then until he like snaps finally, and just kind of goes AWOL, and it's just, I don't know. I just like these kind of portrayals of people just turning psycho and just their downward spiral in their lives and stuff like that. So, and then the ending's batshit crazy too, with the van flying in front of the
Yeah,
so nuts.
Yeah, I love the ending too.
But that scene, whenever everybody's coming out of the church and he's stabbing the person in the eyeball and stuff like that, that's just an amazing scene in my opinion. And yeah, and you also have in one of the scenes in this movie, you have the mom from Home Improvement in here, in like a real quick scene. You'll blink and you'll miss her, but she's in there. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah. My favorite scene is when the dude's in the van in the driveway and he just sucker punches the guy. You see his arm come out and just punch him before he pulls off. It's my favorite scene.
That movie's got all kinds of charms, the unraveling mind story, but I love the touch with the townspeople chasing him with torches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's great.
That's a good one, man.
Evil dies tonight.
All right, Cholo, what you got number 3, buddy?
So my number 3, this film, thinking about this film makes me think that I feel like Evil Dead is probably the most ripped off movie ever. I could think of literally 10 Evil Dead ripoffs right off the bat, and Demon Wind is one of the Evil Dead ripoffs.
Damn, that slip,
and
man.
I love this. This movie is such a blast. They really maximize on all the gore effects, and I'm a gore hound, the practical effects. And yes, it's kind of fucking silly, the whole concept. It's not a masterpiece of a movie, but it's entertaining, man. And that's what a lot of these movies are, is just amazing entertainment value. And I'm fully entertained with this. And it just has so many like nods to Evil Dead, like I said, like so many other movies do. I've been watching recently. I'm just like, damn, they must have been a huge fan of fucking Evil Dead, because I watched Mosquito the other day, and I'm like, damn, Mosquito, they so many nods to Evil Dead, it's unbelievable. But this movie is so much fun. It is just a blast. It's cheesy, it's bloody, has good effects. It's just right up my alley. And this slipcover is just so fucking awesome. I love this slipcover so much. And I feel blessed to have it. So yeah, it's awesome.
The spinning back kick, knocking the zombie's head off.
Yeah, it's so much fun, man. Action packed.
So bad, but
It's like the doors in the middle of nowhere, and they walk in like a full ass house.
It's so random, man. The movie's so random. It's not as random as Spookies, but it's pretty fucking like it's almost right there, like with its randomness.
Yeah, nothing says random.
That fucking
that
fucking slip is gorgeous, man.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a good pick. My movie is from 1987, and the director's name was Arthur Sederman, I think you say it. It's impossible actually to tell the story of this film, because if I tell more than what I'm just saying now, I'm going to ruin the experience for you if you haven't seen it. But I can say this much. The story is about a woman in a cabin who suddenly gets a man on the door asking to borrow her phone. That's everything you need to know about this film. But the movie, the reason why I like this film so much is because the script is so tight. It could have been a big budget Hollywood movie. This I feel, and it's done so well with the practical effects, but also with the acting, and the best thing with the film actually was the first time I saw it was the way he managed, because the whole story is almost the whole story is in that cabin, and the way he does it I've never seen before been done on any films, because they are shooting this film in a way so you get to almost know the cabin they are in before you know the characters. And then you know the geographic of that cabin throughout the film. And that's the reason why the movie has the thrill it has. And the great storytelling in it. I looked this up just before, actually. I went on the stream, and it's the same cinematographer who did the Jodorowsky's Santa Sangre. So for me, that's just saying that I think that Jodorowsky have seen The Caller, and he wanted to use that cinematographer because of this film. I know I'd seen it when I was younger, but I probably thought it was shit back then, because it's mostly a drama thriller in a way, and it was probably boring for me as young, but it's a really great movie. So don't read anything more about it, just see it if you haven't.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I have that on the shelf, man, but I have not watched it yet, but I'll check it out.
Yeah. I would say this much: everybody probably know Cube, and Cube is like one of the best sci-fi movies ever made for zero budget, almost, because they've been smart and done everything in a studio in one location where they just switch the walls. In this one, they done it perfectly when it comes to using the location, to perfection. If that's so I would compare those two with the budget.
Definitely.
Yeah. Nice, man. Good pick.
Good pick for sure.
I will raise that up on the list.
My next one is a film that I really love, and I'm so happy that Vinegar Syndrome decided to put it out. And that's The Werewolf of Spain.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
This is a classic Paul Naschy film. It's probably one of Paul Naschy's best. He dawns the werewolf, makes up the third. This is the third film he does it for. And going in front of my face. Sorry, I'm trying to do. There we go. 4K. It's 2 Blu-rays. There's 3 cuts of the film included in this. And the only thing I'm actually super annoyed about this release Vinegar Syndrome released this at the wrong time. This is such a big release that was pretty much ignored because it came out in October with Texas Chainsaw 2.
Yeah.
This should have been a release that maybe like, I don't remember what they did in like September, or even like waited to put this out to be like the highlight film of the month type thing, like the best film of like the pack, if you had the package or whatever and wanted to pick it up. The film is so good. That month, everybody talking about it was just all over Texas Chainsaw 2 and just not even mentioning this. And I was just talking to people saying, do not sleep on this film. It is so good. I had it on DVD and whatnot and definitely upgraded it. It is a 4K, as I said, and it has 3 different cuts of the film included. So this is an absolute must own for any werewolf fan, any Paul Naschy fan. And if you don't know Paul Naschy at all, this is such a fantastic film to watch. Like I said, it's the 3rd film that he does the werewolf makeup. You can watch them in order, but you don't necessarily have to, which is also a plus instead of trying to track down the first 2. I think the first one still, like Code Red was supposed to put it out like years ago. That never happened. Now Bill's passed away. I'm terrible with the rights thing. I have no idea what happened with that one, but this is one you should definitely pick up if you don't have it.
Yeah, I remember we were both geeking out big time when that fucking was coming out.
Out with Texas Chainsaw 2, I was so annoyed that they did that.
Yeah, a lot of people, frankly, had to skip on it. It was like $45 or whatever, you know. And it's just like they're like, well, if I'm buying one, I'm buying Texas Chainsaw,
right?
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote that one down too. Chuck, I'm gonna check that one out, man.
I haven't checked it out yet. I really want to now.
I need to see it again. I think I was in a bad mood today. I saw it. I should like that film because it's my kind of film.
Yeah. But, Naschy.
I got about 100.
Get Naschy. You like Naschy. I mean, some people don't get it, but man, if you get it and you really know what that guy's about and how he plays all the roles, and he's like just this pervert that has to, you know, hook up and rape all the, like, you know, like sexually assault all the women, and he's the hero too. He gets to fuck all the women. Like, you can just tell he's just this old little pudgy pervert, but he's giving it everything he's got, and it's a lot. They're a lot of fun. All of them, really.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
He makes old pudgy perverts around the world proud.
Syndrome.
Basically, Gizmo before his time. You ever watch Gizmo's movies? All the women are just beautiful in Gizmo's movies. I wonder how that happened. You know. There's not one unattractive woman in this movie. They're all great looking. Wonder how
they're all chained up in his basement right now. Every one of them.
Yeah. He's got their spots on the wall behind him.
They will be part of a stream one day, I promise.
Hell yeah, man. I got about $120 written down on this damn pad over here. Y'all cost me some damn money.
Wait for the next sale. My number 3, 1986, Toby Hooper, TCM2. I was excited for this release, and they really, really delivered. I love the artwork. I love everything they did with it. I got absolutely no complaints. I mean, look at this shit down here. You even got fucking Franklin there. I love that. You know, it's badass. Everybody's seen this by now, but man, this is a fucking stellar release. Double-sided flip. You know, loaded. This is what you go to a boutique company for. This is the boutique treatment, and I love it. Movie follows Stretch, Lefty, and Lefty played by Caroline Williams, Dennis Hopper. They try to track down Leatherface, Chop Top, and the cook. I love the highway kill right from the beginning. It starts off and rips. I love afterwards. My favorite part when Dennis Hopper shows up and I'm paraphrasing, but you know, they're calling it an accident. He goes, "Oh, these boys accidentally cut their own heads off with a chainsaw 90 miles an hour." You know, and the car's all fucking, the police don't care. I just love that. The underground lair, that's awesome. They built it specifically for the movie. He had big budget for this after the success of the first one. But Chop Top, played by Bill Moseley, everybody knows how great he is.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Sidow back as the cook, he's great in both movies. I love when Chop Top kills the DJ with the hammer, and it takes like 10 minutes. He's got the world's smallest fucking hammer, and he's just hitting them 100 fucking times. And like, you're watching the movie, will you just stop hitting him? It's enough already. And he just, every time he moves, he hits him again with the hammer. It's crazy. But the DJ, that character, he's always spitting. And you notice that early on, he's like spitting constantly, you know, and it's annoying. And then eventually gets his face ripped off and he's still spitting. I've always loved that touch. He's without a face even, he's still spitting all over the place. You know, of course, you know, there's lots of crazy stuff. And I love seeing Franklin's corpse, the reveal of Franklin's corpse with Dennis Hopper. That just warms my bones to see Franklin dead. I hated that character so much. But it's fucking great, man. This release is insanely loaded. I mean, anything you want, it's here. They got new stuff. They got old stuff. There's a really good featurette in here about the lair. They go into that what it was like working down there, how fucking hot, miserable it was, and how all the crazy shit they put all over the walls. Anyway, man, I'm not gonna gush and gush. Everybody got this release. Fucking dig into the special features on this. That's what the main thing I would tell you, man. Look at all this. Look at all this shit. The special features are it's worth the release alone. All the shit that they got, new interviews and all the stuff. Anyway, man, this is a stellar release. Gotta have it. Gotta have this in your collection.
The effects at the end, man, when they're down in that lair are so fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's so fun down there. Everything that you see, there's so much to look at. And then that scene at the beginning too, where he chainsaws those fucking two kids, man, the lighting and the coloring looks so fucking awesome. I love that shit. And I also went and grabbed this real quick so I could show this off. But I have this Bill Moseley chop top fucking signature thing from him right here.
Oh yeah.
Wanted to show that off right there.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, he's more memorable. You notice I didn't mention the actor who plays Leatherface because Chop Top Bill Moseley is really the star. He does so much more. He's so much more memorable than the Leatherface character.
Yeah,
big time.
Yeah, man. I had a feeling that was going to pop up somewhere. Such a great release.
Yep.
All right. My number 3. First time I seen this was on the Disney Channel because it's such a family film. And that is the fucking Ebola syndrome.
Oh
yeah.
If this right here, when I first seen it, I'd never heard of it before. I grabbed it as a category 3. I wasn't familiar with category 3s until I watched this. I've watched some other category 3s so far, the Untold Story, stuff like that. Still my favorite category 3 that I've seen. I haven't seen a lot of them. This is the best one I've seen. This right here, the first 5 minutes of this movie, you know what you're in for. First 5 minutes of this movie, you get one of the greatest, funniest fucking love scenes ever. After that, you have a girl pissing on somebody. And we're talking about taking a long piss on him. You get a guy that gets his boss and crushes it to a chair. And then this dude tries to set a little girl on fire. And this is like the opening fucking shot. And it's like, what in the hell is this? And I am just glued to the fucking screen. And this guy here, Anthony Wong, if you watch some of the special features, it's hard to believe he's actually a pretty normal guy. You know, he's actually pretty reserved. You know, he was uncomfortable doing all this, but in the movie, you're like, this guy is a fucking slime ball. You watch this movie, you immediately got to take a shower. This guy here does some rancid shit in this movie. If you're easily offended, skip this one. Don't watch it. Basically, this guy gets the Ebola virus. And the way he gets the Ebola virus, I'm not even going to mention it on here because I'm too ashamed. But let's just say that this shot here, I didn't notice just right now. I was looking down on the back of the fucking slipcover. That shot, Brad, you know what I'm talking about. That shot there, this guy makes his special recipe chicken or beef or pork or whatever the fuck it was. I'm not even going to say it here because I'm too embarrassed. But this guy basically put something in his meat. If you ever watch it, you're going to question going to a restaurant ever again. It's just disturbing, man. This guy is a fucking slime ball. It's got throughout the whole movie, I think at least 2 times, there's some of the funniest sex scenes. There's a sex scene with his boss, whatever. It reminds me of fucking Bolo, the martial artist Bolo. It looks like him having sex. Yeah. It's hilarious. It's worth watching just for the sex scenes. But this movie's fucking great, man. The basic premise, it's a Chinese restaurant worker wanted for murder in Hong Kong, contracts the Ebola in South Africa, becomes immune to it, and unknowingly spreads the virus there. Then comes back to Hong Kong and continues to infect people with it. And by the end of the movie, just the way he's running around, he knows he's infected. Everybody's scared to death of him. It's just such a unique movie. And I think when I forgot this, I watched it like 3 times with different people because I wanted to show it to people that, you got to see this movie. I watched it like 3 times in the first week. Big fucking fan for this movie. I love it. It almost made my number one, but my number 2 and 3 are fucking, or two and 1 are bangers. If it wasn't for these other 2 movies here, this definitely would have been number 1 for me. Big fan of it. I'll shut up there.
Love your description of it. Unique.
I love that you have that on, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I'm such a fucking fan of that movie, man. I maybe that makes me a sick bitch. I don't know, but
yeah, it is, and you kept showing it to people.
Yeah, sick bitch.
You got to realize we're all here, though. Okay, so we're all sick bastards together.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in another movie called The Untold Story, which is equally as good. I thought it was fantastic as well. But out of the 2, I'm still going to lean towards this one here. And I know that my buddy Brad's a fan of this because he double dipped. He don't double dip very often. I know he just bought the 88 films.
Don't pull me into your shit.
Wait till the taxi driver comes.
All right, let's move on here. Again, sorry if I missed anybody, guys.
Drivers, I think. Yeah.
Taxi Hunter.
Yeah, that artwork on 88 films was fantastic, by the way. Yeah. All right. I think this is about where we left off, guys. Sorry if I missed anybody. L.A. Jules says, I'm a VS noob. I only own From Beyond.
Yeah,
that's another great
release. Good, man. That's what brings new people in. You know, these big titles and bringing people into the line.
Like I said the other day, man, if they keep doing that, you're going to bring people in on these big titles, so they're going to go check out some of the other shit, man. I think it's a great move. Get some of these big names like this.
Yep.
Ben says, I love Christmas Evil. Favorite fact is the main guy is Fiona Apple's dad.
I remember that, yeah. Yep.
That's cool. Caveman saying hey to Tony. Mike D hates she's laughing. Dirk says good shit. All right, that's Killer Vinicio. Love Demon Win.
Hell yeah.
33 watching, only 15 likes. So after Bloodhook, would Demon Win be like the most sought after, most expensive slipcover to track down? Would you say after
Jack Frost?
Rad. Yeah. Rad is probably
Rad. Yeah, Rad.
Oh yeah, Rad. Yeah.
Out around the same time called Terror.
Oh yeah.
Is very rare. That was another one. It was only 1,000 copies. That goes for. At one point, it was going for like 160, 170, 180, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I have it because I was collecting at that time, so I don't know what it goes for now.
What movie?
Yeah.
Terror.
It's called Terror.
Okay.
Yeah, I have that one.
I have a naked version of it. I don't have the fucking slipcover.
Oh Jesus! How you sleep at night?
This one.
You know, that's why I toss and turn all
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen that one either.
Is it Italian or?
It's released from other people. Terror. Indicator has it as well.
Yeah, Indicator.
Yeah, but is it an Italian film? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the.
Yeah, I've seen that cover there.
Yeah.
No, it's a British horror film. I apologize.
Okay. Okay. Looks Italian on the cover art, I think.
It's solid though. It's a good movie.
I actually haven't watched that one yet.
What kind of Vinegar Syndrome fan are you, Vince?
I know. Fuck. No slip
Okay, Mr. 33 watching, only 15 likes. Y'all hit that like button. Wild Wranglers is a Bigfoot werewolf. The Horror Cholo loves mosquito. The Horror Cholo loves mosquito.
Yeah.
Ben Graham says the call is wild. The last bit is bonkers.
The collar.
Yeah, don't spoil.
Yeah, the collar. All right. Paul Nashy shit. Fucking right, Chuck. Says Dirt. One Real Nerd says, I subscribe to all you guys. Super cool, guys. I appreciate it, man.
Awesome.
Cool. Much appreciated. Gizmo's the pimp. All right. Caveman says, all right, similar premise for The Outfit is a great movie that all filmed in 2 rooms in a tailor store. Some interesting kills. Can't say more because it would ruin it for everyone. The Outfit.
I think that has another title, if I'm not mistaken. Write it if you know. So I think I've heard it.
Gizmo or Caveman will find it.
Yeah.
If it's the movie I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Tony says TCM2 great release. Yeah, it really was. TCM2, Brad, I still need to see that one.
Damn.
He means the release.
Stretch?
I'm sure he's seen the movie.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure Dirk's probably seen that a few times.
Yeah, once or twice.
Stretch is my top 5 Final Girls. Everyone throat punch that like button. Ebola syndrome, Alan, that's just sick. Yeah, I know. I'm a little ashamed.
I'm disgusted, frankly.
Pop USOB, I never want to see that again. Yeah.
Yeah, the Dead Pit guys made Garrett watch it.
Yeah, did a lot of live watch along.
He's like this real G-rated, straight-laced guy, and they made him watch it, and he was like mortified.
It's worth watching just to get his reaction throughout the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ebola, yeah, man.
He's running around spitting on people and shit.
Yeah.
Mama Blu-ray sounds like a good time. Yeah, I don't know. The fact that I think it sounds like a good time as well.
Alan did not mention a lot of stuff that happens in that movie, and it's probably good.
No, I try to keep it G-rated. You know.
That's actually the first movie that grossed me out in a long time. It's hard to do that for me, and there was a couple scenes I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like that's
it's a nasty movie.
Yeah.
He puts his secret sauce in that meat. Yeah, man. Colonel Secret Recipe. Ron Hurst saying hey to Garrett. All right, I guess is your favorite movie. It's your favorite movie, Garrett. Laugh out loud talking about Ebola. Mama Blu-ray, 2 streams at the same time. Yeah.
Always.
You're always multi-streaming when we can. All right. Does VS short for Vestron? No, that's not going to be short for Vinegar syndrome. But Jason Morgan says, "Got my thumb out."
Label right?
Yeah. MVD. They're not MVD. It's their own thing.
Lionsgate.
Lionsgate. Yeah.
Yeah. Jason Morby says, "Got my thumb out of my butt and hit the thumbs up."
Well done.
Appreciate that. Be sure to wash it off when you're done.
Yeah, this is Western.
All right. Tony said, "I appreciate Brad keeping from some of these titles." I think Tony was going to get Ebola, wasn't he? Ebola syndrome.
He was going to get Ebola syndrome and Thriller and some other stuff.
I think we should let him get Ebola syndrome.
I don't think you'll like these. You're a grown man. Me and Tony one day we were looking at a sale. I don't remember. It was a Vinegar Syndrome sale, and we both were kind of newer to Vinegar Syndrome at the time. This was a while ago, and we both had a bunch of shit in our cart. I'm like, "What do you got in your cart? What do you got in your cart?" And we had some of the same, and they were all porno titles. We didn't know. We just didn't know that they even sold porno at that time. Luckily, we caught it in time before we ordered them. But I just always thought that was funny.
It's not porno. It's Picorama.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
that's the one thing I don't collect from them. I don't buy it.
Yeah, I learned my lesson on that a while back. Yeah,
I mean,
when I first started getting Vinegar Syndrome, I was going to be a completionist. And I'm a completionist. I wanted to get all of them. I went crazy, and I realized after I started watching some of them, I said, "Okay, I'm just going to cherry pick a little bit. I'm not going to get all of them." It's that one. Then Picaramas, I said, "I'm done."
Yeah.
There's that one.
I got ones that are pretty crossing the line. Almost to be, soft, but I'm not going to get the Picorama one. So, but
that stiff competition one looks pretty fucking fun though. Actually,
that is really fun.
The Rocky,
Rocky, porno Rocky.
I wanted to get that actually. What is it? Make My Puppets Come or something like that.
Chuck's just going, Make My Puppets Come. Yes, that one.
It's a fun one.
I haven't watched that. That one was one.
Only if the flip's still in stock.
It's not. It is definitely not.
I have to skip it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I watched 2 of the Picaramas, and I went and got all the double feature DVDs they first released, like number 1 through whatever. And I ended up selling a lot of those anyway. And I sold every Picorama I had. And they started calling me the Smut King of the South. I kept on trying to get rid of these damn things. But, yeah. What my thing?
Yeah.
Let's just say that 73, 74 porn is it's hard to watch. So
yeah.
Mama Blu-ray says, "You sold it, Pops. I got to get it now." Yeah, if you watch that Mama Blu-ray, let me know what you think.
That sentence was...
A G-rated VS stream sounds legit.
Sounds hard to do.
Hard copy blues want to get grossed out. Watch VS release of Assholes.
Yeah, that's a partner label.
Partner label one.
That's a different stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
got to make that happen too, by the way. That'd be a good stream. Cool. Hollow Note says the outfit is from 2022. Tim had it on his top 5 last year. Also, hell no.
No, then it's not the movie I'm thinking.
Huh.
All right. Caveman says outfit is available to watch on Prime. An expert cutter must outwit a dangerous group of mobsters in order to survive a fateful night.
That's the one with like Zoe Dutch in it.
I did see stiff competition. It's killer.
Yeah.
Definitely not G though. Not rated G though. Bitch slap that like button like a butch in a break-in. All right. Disconnected says Assholes was Circle Collective.
Yeah.
All right. We'll move on here. We are up to number 2, guys. Move right along.
All right. Number 2 for me is going to be Don't Answer the Phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
1979 title here. It's about a Vietnam vet who just goes around strangling women, basically, and not too much to it, but yeah. So he, like the cops don't know what the hell's going on, and so after that, after like the first couple strangulations, you see he starts antagonizing this radio DJ type caller lady, and he keeps on telling her that he's gonna hack up her friends or whatever and kill her friends and stuff like that. So one by one he does that, and then he goes after her, and it's just nuts. It's another portrayal of just a guy going psycho, and I love this type of movies. And the guy Nicholas Worth in here does a great job as the protagonist in there, and it's just a whole lot of fun. If you've never seen this movie, it's just, I don't know, one of my favorite like late 70s slasher movies. It's just great overall.
Well, now that you describe it, I see why you recommended it to me. Like, man, you're gonna pick this up, you'll love it. And I bought it. I didn't know anything about it. Now he's like, yeah, it's this big rape movie, all kinds of rape going on. It's always some rape shit.
No, he doesn't. It's not rape.
Oh, he doesn't rape them. I'm sorry. Well, look at that. He just murders them. That's better.
I mean, right. there might be a rape in here. I'm not sure. It's been a while. But yeah.
I wrote you, Brian, right after I saw it.
You what?
I wrote you right after I saw it. I remember. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I had the Code Red edition of that and definitely upgraded when Vinegar Syndrome put it out. So I've known about the film for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have that one up there. I haven't watched it yet.
Mm-hmm. It's a fun movie.
Oh, it sounds fun.
Yeah.
All right. So
more Cholo.
Two. Another thing about me that I've actually realized this year and towards the end of last year, because I've watched a lot of them, is that I love bug horror movies. So if you know Vinegar Syndrome, you probably know what I'm going to pull, and it's going to be Ticks. This is another one that I had never seen until Vinegar Syndrome released it. And it is hilarious, the fucking cast in this movie, man. The fact that Carlton is in here and the fact that he's trying to be a fucking gangster, it's the most hilarious, entertaining thing I think I've ever fucking seen, man, because he is just labeled as a fucking nerd. And the way that he tries to act like a gangster is just the fakest thing I've ever seen.
My name is Panic because I don't.
Comical.
Yeah, Panic.
It is so comical, but the effects in this movie are so fucking fun, man. There's not really a whole bunch of substance to it. Fucking tick, fucking eating people and biting people and infecting people, and it's a cool creature feature, man. Lots of really fucking cool effects, and it's just so crazy when Vinegar Syndrome they don't need to go above and beyond with these slip boxes inside a slip cover, but they fucking do it, man. And it's just it's awesome. It is just such amazing packaging. Look at that slip cover right there.
Great.
And fucking the box that comes to it, the back of it right there, man.
Ron Howard, hell yeah.
So, yeah,
Ron Howard's great at it, yeah.
he was so fun back in the day, you know, all the little indie horror movies that he played in, and then the fact that he's in the fucking Grinch and all these little movies like that. It's so fucking fun, man. I love Clint Howard. But this is a great fun time, man. And like I said, it may be just because I love bug movies, but I had a blast with this. And I've always, like I said, I've always been a fan of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and to see Carlton in this movie, man, I was cracking up. Could not believe my eyes. It was
Seth Green too.
Yeah, man, he's so fucking young. It was so cool. That's why the cast was tripping me out. I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of people in this movie. But yeah, lots of fun, man. I love that film.
All films had out on Blu-ray first, and they did such an injustice with the film. Like, it was on there, went up, but they had absolutely nothing with it. It was just bare bones. I think the special feature was a trailer, and it went for so much money because it was such a beloved movie, and nobody had it. Nobody would put it out, and we were just waiting for somebody to do out of print for years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rights thing or something going on, but I think I personally sent Vinegar Syndrome a message like 5 times because they had like that they have a suggested area of suggestions. Yep. And I suggested this movie at least 5 times. So when they announced, I could not smash the buy button fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, and they gave it the royal treatment, man. It's really fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's a fucking 4K, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, 4K. It's crazy.
It was the scene with the scene with the dog, the special effects they do on the dog, it looks so amazing.
Yeah,
it's insane.
So cool.
It was going for like $80, I think, $80+ that all the films are released.
Damn.
And all of film sucks. This is a shitty company too.
Yeah, I don't buy from them.
No. At one time, that movie was going for double that. It was going for like $150, $160.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Because it was literally out of print for years before Vinegar out.
And what year? That was like 94, 95? What year was this made?
Off the top of my head, 93. You're right around there.
God damn, you're good, Chuck. See, that's why you're the man. You're fucking 93.
the Google of gore.
My Wikipedia right there, bro. Yeah, awesome stuff.
Yeah, damn, we got Brian and Chuck on the same video, man. We're just loaded with fucking knowledge.
Seriously,
you guys any questions then?
and anytime anybody tells me, oh man, you know a lot about horror movies, I fucking immediately always think of Brian, fucking Chuck, and a couple other people. I'm just like, man, these guys put me to shame. You know, it's like fuck. Sometimes I think I know a lot, and then I'm just like, hell no. There's people out there that are fucking. You guys are like Wikipedias, man.
The rest of us, we're short bus motherfuckers. Comparison.
Man, what's funny is I always say this, Brian gives me shit about it, but in the real world, out here, my family, my friends out here, not my YouTube people, but they're always calling me with like, what's the name of that damn movie? I'm like their encyclopedia. So I get on YouTube thinking I'm the man. I get on here and I don't know shit. There's so many fucking movies that I ain't heard of. I mean, I thought I'd watched a lot of movies. My knowledge of what's out there and what's available is so much bigger now in the last year and a half since I started YouTube. But I've always been the guy they call. What's the name of that guy that played in this whatever movie?
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know shit. I just scratched the surface.
Same way, man. I'm the same way. In my real life, I don't know anybody that likes horror movies, not even a fraction the way that I do. So I don't have really anybody to talk about this shit with except my YouTube family, man.
Yeah, I mean, this is mental illness. I mean, look behind you. Look behind Chuck.
Yeah, I know.
Look behind Brian. This is mental illness is what it is. And we all get on here together. It's the worst AA meeting ever because we're just not even telling you to stop. It's the opposite. Buy this release. No, that's bullshit. You don't want that release. Get this one. Sell that one on eBay and buy the good one.
Yep.
You know? Or double. Just keep them both. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
The problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love Tex, man. That's a great pick, buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit, it's my turn. The next movie I was going to take is probably the one that if some people that follows my channel are on this, you probably know the title. I already talked about this title before on Pop's channel. It's a Swedish film and it's called Thriller.
Yeah.
It's called Thriller, A Cruel Picture, or They Call Her One Eye, or the original title is Thriller en Grym Film. That's the Swedish title of it.
I didn't know
that. For me, Christina Lindberg is the film. Back then, in the beginning of the 70s, she was like one of the hottest girls on this planet. She was cast in many kind of, not many, but some serious roles. And she also was on the front cover of magazines in Scandinavia and in different countries in Europe after some years went by. but then she got her role in Japan because they started to love her look and style. And that's the reason why I'm telling this, is because everybody is saying that Thriller is kind of one of the really important marks for Kill Bill. But she also acted in a Japanese film called Sex and Fury and another film called Journey to Japan. I like Journey to Japan best, but Sex and Fury is actually, if you take Thriller and Sex and Fury and put them together, then you actually have Kill Bill. That's in many ways the story of Kill Bill. When it comes to Thriller, I talked so much about it last time we had it, so I will really shorten this down. But the main reason why I love this film is because it's shot on 16mm, and you can really see the grittiness in the shots, and it feels like a pure exploitation movie, even more pure than I would say Coffee and all those Pam Grier films. I love those films, but I think Thriller has like everything with the film feels a little bit illegal in a way. It feels like it's shot by some friends and just created in the, I don't know. It feels a little bit illegal, and with the porn stuff and everything like that, it just makes the movie even more trashy. In the sense that I love it. And the 4K restoration on this is better than the movie. I've seen the movie 3 times on cinema, and it has never looked as good as Vinegar Syndrome managed to do with this release. And I just want to show, because I don't know if many people know this, but not that one. This is the original poster art of the film. And I do love the original, but I also do love the packaging of the new release they did. But I actually would have loved it even more if they kept the original as the front cover, just because I have so much nostalgia to it. And it's probably Scandinavia's most important exploitation film ever made, I would say. It's the heyday of the porn from Sweden and the kind of illegal stuff that was made back then. You have like the dwarf movie from Denmark that also is big. I don't know who released that. I think it's Severin.
Sinful Dwarf.
Yeah, Sinful Dwarf, yeah. But Thriller is the top of those films. And I was so happy when I saw Vinegar Syndrome release this classic. So, yeah, that's my second. The
scan is significantly better than the Synapse Blu-ray. You know, it looks way too good for what that movie is and how bad the print was and how old it is, and 16mm and all that shit. They did a really good job with it. That's a great release.
Yeah. And I also want to say,
really successful for them.
Yeah, and I also want to say the documentary in this one, the new one from 2016 or 17, is a really fun one, because it's Christina Lindberg that goes back to the journey of Thriller and everything. She travels to America also, talking about an American film or something that she's acting in, but I don't think that film ever got completed. But it's a really fun documentary that really brings the highlights of the production. And I just want to say, it's never been said out that it's a corpse they used, because Bo Vinelius, the director, he has never said it, and he has always said that it's not. But I can't think that they managed to make something look that real without using a corpse.
Especially back then.
Right.
Yeah.
You said the Japanese were a big fan of hers. I bet when they found out her eye really didn't get knocked out, they were less of a fan. Like, you got both eyes? Fuck. Gross.
Return to Japan is actually, it feels like a Category 3 movie. I can promise you that. I don't know if you will like it, but I like it because it feels so really fucked up.
I like Thriller. I like Thriller a lot.
Yeah, but that's the Japanese film she was in. One of the Japanese. Sex and Fury is the most famous one of those. I think Tarantino also loved that since he made Kill Bill. But
She must show her toes or something in that.
Probably. They have a great fight.
I gotta say too, Gizmo, that was some fucking amazing representation of that movie, man. I have never heard you talk about that movie before, and the knowledge you were spitting about it and your passion for it. That was well said, my friend. Well said.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I worked with Lindbergh, so I talked to her direct before, so I know a lot of inside information also, but I don't know what I can say about that. I need to ask her one day if I can make a short documentary or something for that movie. It would have been really fun.
That's
well,
awesome.
he's from that area. Don't give him too much credit. He's from that area, and that's like the Rocky of Scandinavian pervert movies. So, to be fair, he probably watched that movie when he was 6.
11.
Yeah, that was great, man. That was great. I mean, you messed up my joke, man. Gore was gone, and I was gonna be like, "Hey, his number 2 pick is that invisible slip." I had a joke all prepared, man. And he kept on talking. He came back. I said, "Damn, there goes my joke." But I had to at least throw it out there. I was proud of him.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. That was great, Gizmo.
Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. There he goes.
Sorry, I have two boys, and I said goodnight to them before because I knew I was gonna be doing this, and my wife just popped in like they're crying. I'm like, well, I said goodnight to them.
Yeah, man, I understand completely. I've been there, done that.
Oh yeah. Yep. All right, so I actually, even though I love this film so much, I considered not including it because the Blu-ray is long out of print from Vinegar Syndrome. The DVD has been available, but I think that's out of print now too. It was out of stock for a while. Last sale they had, I just looked to see if it was back in stock, and it was in stock, but there was only like 40 copies in stock. So I don't know if it's completely out of print with the DVD, or they just ran out of stock and they're getting it repressed or whatever. But it's a double feature. But Crypt of the Living Dead is the film that I'm referring to as one of my favorite Vinegar Syndrome titles, and it's only number 2. I do have one more above this, but this film, I would absolutely love to see them bring this one back on Blu-ray and even upgrade it.
Yeah,
one that has the exploitation TV.
Damn.
There were not. I think there were 5 titles that ended up having the exploitation TV spine on them. Maybe they were very early on. I think the Blu-ray went into like 2,000 copies. It is a double feature with House of the Living Dead, which isn't as good, but Crypt of the Living Dead, Andrew Prine, who passed away last year. He's been in so many films. Simon, King of the Witches is another one, but his father is on this remote island called Vampire Island and died. I don't want to say how because it kind of gives some stuff away, but he's buried under the tomb of Hannah, who's been buried for 700 years and is a supposed vampire. The townspeople that are there when he gets to the island want nothing to do with him, want nothing to do with helping to lift the tomb, which he wants to do to get his father out and bury him. They want nothing to do with it because the only way to do it, the tomb is solid marble, is to separate it into 2 pieces, which means opening it. And they want nothing to do with that. They cave finally, they're persuaded, they open it, and Hannah is in there perfectly preserved, and all hell kind of breaks loose after that on the island. Now, it's from the 70s. I write down the year that it's from.
73.
73, thank you. So it's not like over the top with like gore and that. There are some good effects in it, but it's like not exactly like a Hammer feel to it, a Hammer type feel to it, but just a fantastic film that if the DVD is available, it is a split double feature. If it's not out of print, even though again it's just a DVD, highly recommend you check this one out if you haven't.
Yeah, that sounds cool, man. I have to check that out. I've never seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Brad, what you got number 2, man?
My number 2, man, this was a day one for me. I was so excited when it got announced. And I somehow people missed this. I know Benicio said he hadn't seen it, but man, I loved it as a kid. Dead Heat, man. It's fucking awesome, man. I don't. This is a great release. It's definitely the definitive release. I keep saying that, but come on, man. Who else is putting this shit out? This is a killer release, killer slip. Fucking love the inside artwork. That's the reversible, but it's awesome, man. It's like, how could this not be fun? Like, Got a lot of special features on it. There's a lot of good stuff in here. But yeah, 1988, directed by Mark Goldblatt. A movie follows Treat Williams and Joe Piscopo in an 80s buddy cop style horror comedy. Basically, they take down bank robbers at the beginning who were already dead, and the day before. Anyway, it spirals into this oddball death becomes her, type style, immortality conspiracy type thing, with Vincent Price as the mastermind behind it all. Which, come on, man, how could this be bad? Great practical effects, solid gore. It's still a fucking blast to this day. Brand new interviews with the director, multiple crew members, archival interviews with Steve Johnson, who did the practical effects. They're all great. All the behind scenes stuff. Their interviews are great. I love the effects in this, man. If you like, Brain Damage or Frankenhooker, I mean, this is your kind of deal. This is where you park your car. This is a badass release. Tons of fun, man. I can't recommend it more. And does it hold up? Is it I mean, come on. It is what it is. You get two zombie guys fighting each other with a machine gun. Okay. And it is awesome. Everything about it's awesome. They're throwing grenades at each other. Check it out. It's a winner.
Hell yeah. Pure entertainment.
Yeah.
And that what you call the actor, not Treat Williams, but the other dude.
Joe Piscopo.
Joe Piscopo.
Yeah, I think he's. I'm probably going to piss someone off now, but I think he's one of the worst actors ever.
Oh, he's terrible.
But in that film, he is so fucking great.
He's perfect for that. He's perfect for it. They go into behind the scenes. Joe Piscopo. They had to drive a truck around with a big horse trailer full of gym equipment for him to work out in. That was part of when you hired him. That's what you had to do to keep him on set. So if he wasn't shooting, he was lifting weights.
He was on SNL back in the day, right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
he was. Him and Eddie Murphy's got some real funny bits together. Yeah, he was on by the time Eddie Murphy was on, early 80s.
Yeah, that was the day one, man. I can't believe more people weren't hyped for it, but I think a lot of people missed it somehow, man. But it's just a blast.
Yeah. And Joe Piscopo's not really a fucking actor. He's a comedian. He did great on Saturday Night Live. He kind of got popular, and he just made movies. But, he didn't obviously blow up like some of the other guys from Saturday Night Live did because he couldn't fucking act. But still, a fucking great guy. A very weird guy, but I always liked him.
He's off the wall.
Been a fan.
He's off the wall. But entertaining as hell.
Yeah, he's bad. He's perfectly cast for this role.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great pick, man. My number 2, I was so damn excited when I seen this got announced. This was up to the level of the TCM2 excited. And that's the movie Freeway. With Reese Witherspoon and Kiefer Sutherland. I watched this movie so many fucking times. In a nutshell, this is the white trash version telling of the Little Red Riding Hood story. When there's white trash, and then there's this movie. This movie is pure, unadulterated white trash. If you're a Reese Witherspoon fan and you like her in Sweet Home Alabama, shit like that, this is gonna blow your ass away because Reese Witherspoon kills this fucking character. Just to give you a quote here, this is my favorite quote from the movie. So anybody got kids out there, get them out of the room. She's basically doing a job. She's prostituting. You got a guy in the car. She pulls a gun on the guy, throws him in the trunk. And he says, "Oh, I'm claustrophobic." And she's like, "Well, I get claustrophobic sucking strange dick." Whoever thought you would hear Reese Witherspoon say this? And it's just shit like that through the whole movie. Everything's just more shocking than the last. Kiefer Sutherland is a slime ball in this movie. She's basically a degenerate that's going to see her grandma, Little Red Riding Hood. He's the I-5 killer. His car breaks down. Kiefer Sutherland, he's a psychiatrist, whatever. He kind of befriends her a little bit, gets her in the car. He starts talking about, all of her problems. And he goes from being this great, nice guy to being a psychopath beautifully in this movie. Kiefer Sutherland fucking kills it. And this shot here on the back, this is Kiefer Sutherland when he kind of gets fucked up in the movie. And he actually kind of looks like the big bad wolf at this point. And when he walks there's a scene where he comes to the courtroom. When Reese Witherspoon sees him, some of the shit she says to him is absolute comedy gold. It's I fucking love this movie. Watched it so many times growing up. And when I seen that Vinegar Syndrome was putting this out, I was like, holy shit. But back in the day, this cover here, man, this is a generic, mid 90s, just everybody was like, this tells nothing in the movie. Yes. Yeah, it looks like some knockoff of some shitty movie nobody's gonna watch. But this movie here, don't sleep on it. It is a fucking great movie. You got a cast in this movie too that's unbelievable. You got Reese Witherspoon, Kiefer Sutherland, Brooke Shields has a small role. Bokeem Woodbine, I say his name right, Bokeem.
Yeah.
I think he's a great fucking actor. I loved his fucking can't get right in life. But he has a small role in this, but I don't want to give anything away, but you'll know when you watch the movie. When he goes through his turmoil there at the end of his character, his acting, that's so realistic, man. It's so bothersome. Just his look on his face, and it's done very well. Brittany Murphy. I've watched this movie 5 or 6 times. Never fucking realized that was Brittany Murphy to this last time I watched it. You can't even recognize her. She plays one of the chicks in the jail. But yeah, Brittany Murphy kills it in the role she plays. Amanda Plummer from Pulp Fiction, Honey Bunny or Pumpkin, whatever the fuck she was, from the crazy bitch from Pulp Fiction. She's in this, and she is a fucking nutbag. She's Reese Witherspoon's mom, and she's out prostituting on the street in the daylight, And one of the funniest parts of the movie, because I'm fucking sick and twisted, is her stepdad. When she goes in the house and the back and forth between her and her stepdad, he was abusing her, by the way, but it's done in a way where it's so fucking funny to watch this guy trip out on drugs. The way he acts, whatever, the way he talks, he's real jacked up. If they put him in the cop car to take him off, and he's so happy. He sees his wife, where he's in the cop car, he's going to jail. He's so fucking wired out on drugs, he has no idea what's going on. The way he reacts through all that shit is just fucking hilarious to me. I'm laughing my ass off. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I think it's done very well. When she finally gets to Grandma's house, there's a very shocking scene of Grandma. It's just kind of like, what the fuck, when you see what this Kiefer Sutherland had done to Grandma. Don't want to give anything else away. You need to watch it. Basically, Kiefer Sutherland didn't want to do this movie. It's also, by the way, it's produced by Oliver Stone. And Kiefer Sutherland wasn't going to do the role. If you see the movie, you probably understand why. But Oliver Stone basically talked him into doing it, which I'm glad he did, because Kiefer did a great job with it. This was one of the ones I was the most excited about Vinegar Syndrome announcing, because I've loved this. I watched it for years, and I hadn't seen it in quite a while. And so, and this here is just a great release. The packaging ain't nothing fancy like some of these other ones I've shown. It's just a slip cover, but it still looks great. Of course, you got the reversible artwork. You have a lot of good special features on here. You got a new interview with the director. Kiefer and Reese don't come back, I don't believe. I haven't watched all of them yet, but there's a really good interview with the director. That's good. But yeah, check it out, man. If you haven't seen Freeway, don't judge a book by its cover on that right there. It's nothing like that. It's a really fun movie.
Her dialogue in that movie had me cracking up, man. I was like,
man.
She was, what do you want me to shoot you a whole bunch of times, Bob? Oh man, I was dying. She's so hilarious in that movie.
Yeah, man. At first, I'm thinking, man, she's going to drive me crazy the way she's talking. And within 10 minutes, I'm invested, man.
I was invested. That was the first time I've ever seen that movie, is when they released it. And I was loving it. I was cracking up. I remember my lady was like, what the hell? Like, I don't think people are supposed to laugh as much as you're laughing in this movie right now. But I was dying, man. I was fucking laughing.
She questioned the entire relationship.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's a little late for that, kids and everything.
Yeah.
But when the tables turn in the vehicle, I don't want to give nothing away. I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen this yet, but let's just say, just go watch it. We'll talk about it later. But it's badass, man. I could talk about this movie for a while. I need to do a fucking review of it. I love it.
Yeah, I love that film too. It's really good.
Yeah. All right, let's catch up on the chat, guys. We ain't too far behind here. Dirk says, "Don't answer the phone. How did I miss this?"
I don't know, Dirk.
Tix is a good one. Yeah, Tix was great.
I think it was a video nasty too. Don't answer the phone. Possibly.
Dirk says, "Tix don't deserve that packaging."
Don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I said the other day, I said Tix has got a 4K, but like, Terminator don't. Terminator don't have 4K, but we have a 4K Tix in our life.
Fuck Terminator.
Yeah.
Fuck Cameron.
You mean this Terminator?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one too. That one, yeah. You got a better chance
want
than getting 4K.
I want that slip.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have that. I got the Jaws 5 one. I don't have that one. Guess the Ticks is great. Yeah. Yeah, Fonzo's great in Ticks. Yeah,
I
that was
have
the best
this.
part to me.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Our Ticks plus Carl equals Panic. Well, Wrangler says 30 years of Ticks.
And just because I'm a dick, fine.
I think when it comes to our collections, we're all pretentious dicks.
Yep.
Is it Bruno Mattei
we all-
who made that, right?
I think so.
Yeah, shocking dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony said we are all hoarders. True. Yeah, very true. Hard Copy Blues says collector brain is real.
Yep.
It definitely is.
Oh yeah.
Thriller night.
Yeah. So at least a double for Thriller.
Yeah. Hard Copy Blues says instead of having to gather food and resources for survival, we live in a time where we put the energy in other places like collecting movies.
Yeah.
You got to survive.
Yeah.
Board of grass is basically agreeing. What's food? Brent says, first time I saw the Thriller cover, I thought it was Sam Kinison on the cover at a quick glance.
Oh shit.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I can see that.
Must
She's
have
a
been
little bit
real
hotter than
quick.
Sam is, though.
A little bit better.
She's-
A little bit better
She's a
looking.
little bit hotter than Sam. Broke Jobs Horror. Hello, what's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Dirk says, hell yeah, Crypt of the Living Dead sounds awesome. Love those 70s vamp flicks. Yeah, that's right up his alley there.
alley.
Yeah, man. I don't.
Anthony, what's going on, man? Another partner in crime. How you doing, buddy?
Anthony.
Dead Heat looks amazing.
Yeah,
Fun
it's
movie.
great.
All right. Hi, Anthony's Horror and More. I'll be checking out your Paramount Steelbook video. Yeah, Anthony's got a good channel over there, man. Go check out some of his stuff, man. He puts out a lot of good stuff. Brent says, Dead Heat, I agree, fun release.
Oh, yeah.
Piscopo had a great Bruce Lee imitation. His stand-up comedy was good, too, back when comedy was funny. Yeah, if y'all haven't seen some of his and Eddie Murphy's skits on Saturday Night Live from back in the day, they definitely couldn't do that in 2023. But it was some funny shit back in the day.
But isn't
him and
it
Eddie Murphy
strange
were
to
great
live in
together.
isn't it strange to live in a time where we are saying when comedy back then when comedy was funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And
2013 and before.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's funny that the most desensitized generation is also the most offended.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, well put. Fish, what's going on, man? Freeway is amazing, pops. Yeah, I agree, man. Anthony, Dirk says, I've seen Freeway, just don't remember it. Need to change that. I found out also there's a, I think I read it. Anyway, there's a sequel that came out to that movie I was not aware of.
Yeah.
It's called Freeway 2 Confessions of a Trick Baby.
It's good, man. Check that out. Check that shit out.
I've never
Natasha
seen this.
Lyonne-
I'm pretty excited about that.
Natasha
Yeah.
Lyonne killed it. I mean, it's a totally different story and everything, but Natasha Lyonne's great in that movie.
And the first one was the Robin Hood, Little Red Riding Hood. This is more Hansel and Gretel, kind of based
Yeah.
around the Hansel and Gretel story.
Yeah.
So I'll be checking that out soon.
It's like half women in prison too. So
Okay. Yeah, got my name all over it. I wonder what Reese thinks about Freeway getting such a release. She probably wanted it buried. Then again, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. I mean, I think it's her best role, but I'm also a sick fuck. Trini says, what's up, people?
Normal people would say cruel intentions, something like that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Sweet Home Alabama.
When she's the white trash bitch.
Election.
Love that.
Walking the line.
Wild was a good one.
Yeah. Basically, this is how Trini.
What's up, Trini?
All right, Fish says, I hope she embraces it. It bugs me when actors deny their films. We know that's you, Jennifer Aniston, Leprechaun.
Yep.
Yeah, get over yourself.
Jennifer
I
Aniston
agree.
just doesn't like her nose in that movie.
Everybody's got to start, man. Be proud of that shit.
Exactly.
Dirks, what's up, Trini?
Have you ever seen the Q&As with Tom Sizemore? where he doesn't want to talk about the relic. Bitch, you are a crackhead. Okay. Who fucking cares, man? Nobody cares about Saving Private Ryan. We want to hear about Relic or some of the older weird shit that you did. He's like, no, I'm a real actor and professional. It's like he's got fucking crack powder on his lip, and he's acting like he's some kind of big thespian.
Oh, he's fucking nuts.
Denise Richards, she's cool with she had that interview with Tammy and the T-Rex. I was like, hell yeah, Denise, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, she came back for Starship Troopers too.
Yep, that's great.
And she's on Valentine's Blu-ray too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's
Wild Things.
So much respect for doing those interviews for those movies. That shit made me so happy.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tom Sizemore, I'd say I had a little pop-up on my phone today that he had a brain aneurysm. He's in critical condition.
Fuck.
So
he had a coke stroke.
That's terrible, man. He's a fucking great actor, man.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Hope he's all right. All right. We're kind of going back and forth again. Trini says, hey again, Tony. Hey, Holland. SBC. All right, speed this up a little bit, guys. We're going to get going to our number one here. Freeway, so rewatchable and quotable. Yeah.
Big time.
Okay,
said Joe Piscopo was always good. And wise guys also. Better than Johnny Dangerously. I ain't seen Johnny Dangerously in years.
Johnny Dangerously. Wow. Good.
Yeah.
Good one.
Batty Gould, there is. What's up, Batty Gould?
Hey.
They said Tom Sizemore. I loved him in Heart and Souls.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are moving right along, guys. Moving on to our number one here.
Oh yeah.
What you got, Brian?
All right, number one is hard. I mean, there's I can pick easily 10 or 15 more Vinegar Syndrome titles for whatever. But this one goes dear to me because this is one of the first movies that I ever showed Coco when we watched it together, and we loved it. And that's Tammy and the T-Rex.
Yeah, I love it.
And I got this crappy comic book slip too, because why not?
Yeah,
it's much better than the old one.
Yeah, the lenticular one. That lenticular one's trash. I want the cardboard shitty one.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie's great. I mean, Paul Walker I think he gets in a car crash, and then he turns into a fucking T-Rex. His brain.
He gets a brain transplant into an animatronic T-Rex theme park.
Come on, Brian.
I know, but man, it's been a while since I've seen it, honestly. But it's just one that always stuck with me. And Denise Richards is great in the role here too. And the whole and all the practical effects, especially with the T-Rex, is great. And especially when he's talking on the phone and shit, and just
his tiny little T-Rex arms.
His tiny little T-Rex arm
reaches
holding the phone. Yeah, it's got George Buck Flower in here from They Live as well. Terry Kaiser's here from Weekend at Bernie's. Just the silliest fucking movie.
You see, it would never work.
It would never work. But I do like that they use the practical effects in this, and it's kind of ironic, Paul Walker, dying in this film, and then where he's at right now. But
yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, well, I didn't catch fire in it at least, so
yeah. And then
it's not so bad.
This fucking T-Rex, he goes ham in this movie too. This is the first time this movie's been fully uncut. It was on this release too.
Yep.
And he's biting heads off and shit. And there's some crazy gore effects in here. Yep. It screams Vinegar Syndrome to me. As cheesy as it is, it's like a '90s camp classic in my opinion. So,
yeah, I love them sawing right into his brain pan.
Yeah.
With the fucking jigsaw just right into the brain pan.
Yeah.
It's actually funny, man. My fucking 5-year-old, I showed my 5-year-old son that movie, and he fucking loves it, and he always wants to watch it, and we watch that movie all the time together.
You show him some crazy ass movies, man.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yeah. So my number one was a fucking easy pick for me. And it may be strange to some, but this is, again, a movie that I knew nothing about, bought it, and I just fucking fell in love with it. And it is going to be a Mexican slasher film, and it's going to be Grave Robbers. This movie basically starts off with a satanic cult that's happening, and the leader basically gets killed with one of the artifacts from the satanic cult, which is a big, huge kind of medieval machete thing, kind of. Later on, fast forward to present time, these kids are out robbing graves and fucking taking the jewelry and all kinds of riches that they could find. End up finding a secret passage going down. They find even more jewels down there. End up finding this that fucking axe in the chest of this guy, and you know, the girls don't want to take it, but the guys are getting greedy, and they, oh, look how much is this one's going to be worth here. They take it out, end up awakening an evil, and they fucking, it's just a massacre after that. The effects in it are fucking awesome. The story is intriguing. I have a thing for satanic films also, so that's another thing that's kind of another thing that kind of checks another box of mine. But yeah, this is a fucking awesome film right here. Awesome film. I love this movie.
I gotta check that out. I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
It's like good.
It is great.
And the movie doesn't have one moment of what do you call it, like a boring moment. It has a perfect,
packed all the way through, man. And it's just a massacre, you know. I mean, there's so much blood, and it's just a really, really cool. It's interesting too. I mean, you know, the way you see these they're young kids, and they're just like with no remorse robbing these fucking graves and just thinking about the jewels. And you would never think that these kids would like be like that, you know.
They don't give a shit.
It's very, very.
That movie blew my mind because I had never heard of it either, and when I seen it, I was just like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah. It checks every box that I like.
It's Mexican, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
good pick, man. Good pick.
Really
I've
good
never
pick.
seen it. I need to add that to the list. Never seen it.
It is a must.
Yeah, and the movie on top was actually going to be Thriller, but I have a movie from Vinegar Syndrome that just, it blew me away when I saw it.
You hold up that copy of Bat Pussy. I swear to God, I'm flying to Norway to pitch it.
That's partner label.
Oh, you're right. My mistake.
Yeah. So don't mix them up now. Come on. No, but this movie is so weird because you're talking about movies you haven't heard about before, and I had never heard about this film. And then I saw the original cover art of it, how it was probably back on VHS, and it looks shitty. But I would immediately rent this movie, and I would probably think, oh, this is a shitty film. But the VS cover art is really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, the movie is just, it has everything you need in an exploitation film. It's a bunch of nudity, bunch of violence. It's a sort of a rape revenge story, but in this movie I would say it's more like kind of also not the home invasion, but you can mix those two together and you will have this, but they are never at a home. So, but it's the same kind of feel of the film.
It's like a backwoods invasion.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And they just take it seriously through the entire film. You think they're going with a comedic route with this one in the beginning, but it's just plain out serious from the opening till the end, and it's so crazy. And I was shocked that I saw that it's a female director who did this, and that her name was Tanya Rosenberg, and she only did this film. But then I looked up the producer, and he had done a bunch of films and still producing films. So maybe they slept together and hate each other or something. But it's really weird because it's really well directed and it's a hell of a fun. I highly recommend this film. And I want a 4K of that one. That will be, my biggest wish to Vinegar Syndrome.
It was Hitler on Ice and then this.
Yeah. I don't need 4K of Hitler on Ice. That's shot on video, I think. So
Saturn's Core then. Saturn's Core.
Saturn's Core. Yeah. It's going to be one of them. Yeah. But I hope. I just want to see Hitler on Ice. I've just seen the pictures.
Yeah.
All right. So,
all right, what you got, Gore?
I think my number one is literally on nobody's list. I don't even know if this one is be like in like top 10 for people, but I love the film, and I do have another reason why I really enjoy it, which I'll get to in a second. But it is The Undertaker.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Joe
No.
Bell. This is very Maniac-like. I absolutely love Maniac. It's one of my favorite films of all time because it's just so sleazy. The effects in it are incredible, and
oh yeah,
Joe Spinell plays the same type of character in this film. He is an undertaker, kills people, obviously, because he's Joe Spinell. Why not? His nephew gets very suspicious of him, tries to get like a college professor, teacher involved, trying to get her help. And once he does that, and Spinell's Uncle Roscoe, he becomes very suspicious of him. He takes his nephew out and then just starts taking anybody out that is suspicious because obviously he doesn't want to get caught. This film is from 1988. If I remember right, this was actually like a mob funded film. So it was like impossible to get. I had heard of it. I had never seen it, but since Joe Spinell was in it and the way his character was and the way his character was going to be in this one, this was one that I absolutely had to see. And the one thing I do like about this film as well, which some companies have done, and then some other companies have shied away from, which actually pisses me off. There's 6 minutes missing from the original negative. They never found it, but they were able to source it from like a VHS work print. So they did anything they could to try to make it look okay. But there were some very important things in that 6 minutes that Vinegar Syndrome inserted into here. So the quality like drops tremendously because it's just a VHS work print. But with those missing scenes, this film would be missing something. It would not be as complete. And the reason that I am also just very attached to this film is, I don't know if any of you have ever seen it, own it. About 5 to 10 minutes in, very early in the film, all of a sudden they're at the college and they show the outside of the building when he's leaving class. One of Uncle Roscoe's nephew, I forget his name off the top of my head, but I literally jumped off the couch and said, holy shit, because that college was actually my middle school. And I lived literally around the corner from that. From my bedroom window, I could see it. So that completely blew my mind. And as I sat there watching the rest of the film, it was filmed completely around my house where I lived. You know, the movie theater was up on Main Street. There was like a quarter of a mile road. This is seen at the gas station down. It was it's Shore Road and Pelhamdale Road, that corner, town called Pelham. I knew where everything was. There was a park with this like stage set up. I know where that is. I've been there plenty of times, and I completely lost my mind that Joe Spinell was doing this type of film that's like Maniac that I love, literally around the corner from my house.
Yeah.
That also adds to my number one pick, but it is a fantastic slasher. The gore effects, if you know Maniac, they're not Savini, but they are very, very good and very good practical effects. And if you've not seen it, this is a slasher that you absolutely must own.
Damn it, man. I never bought that one because I always told myself I won't fucking buy it unless it has the slipcover, and I'm not willing to pay the money for that fucking slipcover. And now you make me hella want that fucking movie. Damn it.
You can get the flip, the reprint now.
Incredible.
I wrote it down. I got to get that one.
Is it just as dark as Maniac, or is it like gritty and dark?
It's definitely gritty. It's definitely dark. I'm sorry, part of the glare, but even his tie in the art is a knife.
Yeah. That's awesome.
They did such a job with it. It's not as the darkness and the grittiness of Maniac. It's not to that level, but if Maniac here, it's like here. It's
like Maniac 1.0. I mean, how can you get grittier and slimier than Maniac? But I mean, it's of that quality.
Same character.
Yeah.
What Maniac is in this film.
Yeah, they had to blot his face down in between takes to get the grease off so it wouldn't shine off the camera.
Buddy Joseph.
Yeah. They
also
shot a lot of
always-
stuff there in New Rochelle. I mean, really, like Don't Go in the House. I know it was right there too. And
Nurse
you know,
Sherry.
what was it called?
There's one from Vinegar. It's a Vinegar Syndrome release. It's called Nurse Sherry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
There's an ambulance scene that an ambulance driving right outside my friend's house. And the hospitals, it was in New Rochelle as well. So yeah, that's another one.
It's an Al Adamson movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah, if you're shooting in New York, you want a neighborhood, you know, with houses and stuff. Why
Yeah.
not?
Been able to find the house. I know the area. I've tried to pinpoint it of where the house is that is the funeral home in this movie, and I've never been able to figure it out. But everything else in between, all the streets, the park they're in, just driving through, I've always wanted to just drive around and do video of it and whatnot. But also in the town, they've done so much stupid shit of putting these gigantic skyscrapers in that, like where the movie theater is, the around the corner from that, where there's been a couple scenes in a parking lot. There's a gigantic building there now. Like I can point some things out, but you'd just be like, oh, okay, because it just looks so
Those
big.
goddamn New York City developers and their fucking money.
Because it's near.
Ruining your town.
Oh, great! People will live here and just pay $7,000 a month for a studio apartment.
Yeah, you don't like it, leave, bitch. Leave your homes.
It's the same exact things happening in San Francisco too. I'm about an hour away from San Francisco. It's the same thing over there, man. They pay crazy ass rent over there. It's just skyscrapers going up everywhere.
Yeah, stupid. But definitely, if you don't have it, guys, check it out. And
Yeah, I need it, man. I need that fucking movie.
I live in the woods in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee. They're putting up rallies in town, and it's driving people crazy.
Fucking checkers rallies.
It's the rallies, yeah. Here, Decker's too fancy.
I always compared films like Maniac and Henry and Man Bite Dogs and Shrum and movies like that. So if it's that kind of lane, I will love that film.
Oh, you'll love it, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe you don't have that already. You'll love it,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, great pick, man. I have to grab that.
Well, my number one for you unsophisticated, unwashed asses. Bully Syndrome. This is the classiest picture on the whole stream. 1996, directed by Herman Yao. Shot in Hong Kong and South Africa. I especially love the on location shit in South Africa. You know, real cheetahs and giraffes and shit running in the background. Like, you know, the Chinese, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They probably went right on the game reserve, didn't give a fuck. This came out during the heart of the outbreak, and there was a lot of pussies out there going, well, that's in poor taste, and, you know, Vinegar Syndrome should pull it, and I'll never buy another. Good, motherfucker. Don't come back. We don't want you.
We didn't want you here anyway.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, it's in poor taste. People are dying. It's not you. They probably had this plan for a year in development. You know, it's not like it happened. But anyway, whatever. The movie follows Kai, who runs from Hong Kong authorities. He flees to South Africa, works at a restaurant as a short order cook, who contracts Ebola syndrome from raping a sick African tribal woman. Sure. And he survives Ebola somehow, which is apparently a horrible disease. If you get it, you pretty much are dead. He survives and becomes a super spreader and across both countries. What I really love about it is, yes, he's disgusting, but once you know he's sick, this movie does a really good job of making you uncomfortable. Like, oh, don't touch that. Don't put your mouth on that. You know, it's like, and there's actually a view from inside of his mouth that's really disturbing. And eventually he finds out that he has Ebola and he's killing people. Now in his mind, he becomes a weapon, which it's the craziest. He's biting himself open and spitting blood on people. And like, it's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. Fun, probably not the right word, but it's great.
But fun.
Anthony Wong plays Kai, who's great in everything. Anthony Wong is a real actory type guy, really dives into the role, like really odd, you know, that he plays these kind of characters, but he's a real actor. He won the Oscar of China several times, but he's not like this at all. You would think he's really a crazy fucking real life, but he's really not. This character is the nastiest motherfucker ever in existence, probably. Anthony Wong does everything 1,000% in his performance in this movie alone, which this movie's not for everyone, maybe not for anyone. Everything from trying to burn a little girl alive to ripping people's heads off, multiple rapes, and even animal cruelty. This movie's a blast. I've loved it more every time I've seen it. It's great. Well worth the pickup. If you haven't seen it, I mean, he feeds people to people. He eats people. I mean, there's nothing off limits in this movie. Little light in the bonus features, but hey, man, I don't think they're going to send people to China to do interviews. They don't make these movies anymore, probably for a good reason. But they're all a gem. Anytime you get Herman Yao and Anthony Wong together, it's going to be a winner. Or even Anthony Wong and Cat 3 together, it's going to be a winner. So
yeah,
if this sounds good to you at all, buy it, check it out. It's the definitive release. I've said it again, but it is. There will probably never be a better release than this. This is better than the 88 Films release. Artwork may be a little bit better. I don't know. That's up there for debate, but it's killer. Definitely check this one out.
Would you say it's better than LA AIDS Jabber?
All right.
Yeah, fuck that movie.
I liked LA AIDS Jabber. I don't know. I'm not the only person, but I actually really liked that movie, and I thought it was extremely ambitious. And I'm actually going to do a review on it because I'm the opposite of everybody else. I actually really enjoyed that movie.
What I will say just about LA AIDS Jabber is that it was actually planned to be shot on 16 millimeters, so it was actually a bigger budget in mind when they was going to make it. So you get
that from the script, because I thought it was really well thought out. It just was, very cheap and not executed that well. But in theory, man, I thought it was a really, really great movie.
It's funny with Anthony Wong, Brad, saying he plays he's done a bunch of Category 3 things. Does it so freaking well, and so you expect him to just be a complete fucking dirtbag.
Yeah.
And what's funny is there are so many people that have done roles like that you see interviews with them and whatnot, and they are the complete opposite. So it was uncomfortable for them to maybe do those roles. They weren't happy with this, that, the other thing. But okay, that's part of the character. They got to do it and whatnot. But they just do it so fucking well. So
he does it a little too well.
Yeah,
as aloof as he claims to be. He would say so they told me go in there and suck the eyeball out of her head, so I did it. And then next scene. Make the people into hamburgers. I did it. Rape this girl. You want me to rape this girl now, or rape this girl, or it's wild. I think
for people
personally, I think it's the Casablanca of Cat 3s. That's the top of the food chain. I think they've never done one better than Ebola Syndrome, and never will, because they stopped making them, making real Cat 3s. They still make them today, but they're a shadow of their former glory in the early 90s.
Yep, you're right. I agree.
All right, I'm gonna do my number one here. This is gonna totally change gears. I'm a little surprised that this is the first time this is coming up, but that is Roadhouse. I could not believe Vinegar Syndrome got this title. It was a big deal, and this is what I was talking about earlier. This right here is going to bring more folks to the Vinegar Syndrome world. Something like this. I know this is not a drop of horrors in this at all. It's a very different kind of title for Vinegar Syndrome, but they absolutely killed it with this packaging. It looks fantastic. It's another one of the VSUs, and it's done so damn well. And I grew up watching this movie. I seen it in theaters when it came out. It's my favorite Patrick Swayze movie. Sam Elliott, I love Sam Elliott, and this is my favorite role with Sam Elliott in it. And he also says this is the movie that he's most recognized for, is his character from Roadhouse. When people see him, they always say, "Oh, I loved you in Roadhouse." He gets that more than anything else. Movie came out in 1989, directed by Rodney Harrington. Now, Rodney Harrington, I had to look this up, but he directed a movie called Jack's Back, Striking Distance with Bruce Willis, Gladiator from 1992, the one with Cuba Gooding Jr. in it. It stars Patrick Swayze, Kelly Lynch, Sam Elliott, a very small role for Keith David. Keith David is the bartender that they hire later in the movie. Has no speaking lines, I don't think. But if you blink, you're going to miss him. I'm a big Keith David fan, so I was excited to see that.
I met him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Keith David. He's awesome. I met him.
He's incredible. Requiem for a Dream.
But yeah, the movie is a lot of fun. I'm sure most people probably seen this movie. If you hadn't, it's a high recommend. Again, a very different lane for Vinegar Syndrome getting a title like this. I do hope that they get more stuff like this. But this was a childhood favorite. You know, I mean, I hadn't seen it in a long time, but the 4K of this movie looks fantastic. A lot of great features. You get new interviews from a lot of the cast, the smaller people in the cast. So I mean, it's loaded with special features. You get a bunch of the old retro features. You get a lot of new features. So all that's really good. I took down a shitload of notes. I'm just going to read some of the ones I took down. The band playing at the very opening of the movie is a band called Crusados. After the band disbanded, the lead singer Tito formed the band Tito and the Tarantula, the band that you see in the Titty Twister, from Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah,
So,
I remember seeing him in the movie when I watched it recently.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was a toss-up who used the most hairspray between Kelly Lynch and Patrick Swayze with that fucking hairdo he had. So that was kind of a big joke on the set. Ben Gazzara, that played the asshole Brad Wesley in the movie, the bad guy. Patrick Swayze and him both died of pancreatic cancer. Swayze in 2009 and Gazzara died of the same disease in 2012. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Ben Gazzara.
And Marshall RT, whatever, which played the henchman for Brad Wesley, whatever. His name was Jimmy. He was a professional martial artist and had been a martial artist since childhood. So he was a real badass. And they said that Patrick Swayze, because he had that dancing, he was real agile. They said that he just took to the fighting scenes. He did a great job. The stunt coordinator has a really good interview on the special features. And he goes into how Patrick Swayze was a natural. And he says that he actually told him that you could really be a kickboxer if you wanted to. You have a gift. You're so agile, whatever. You're so athletic. And he said the fight scenes between them were just some of the easiest he's ever choreographed before. They were just true professionals. That being said, the movie's quotable as hell. You got Terry Funk in it. Just a lot of great side characters, whatever, that make the movie just a blast. The packaging's a big deal for me. Love this one here. They knocked it out of the fucking park. One of my favorite movies to have a release like this in 4K. 4K looks fantastic. I think I already said that. But if you pick this up already, a lot of people probably already have. High recommend.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen that is a monster truck on the cover. So
yes,
I should let you know.
And by the way, that monster truck was Bigfoot 7, and they rented that truck like for the day, whatever, for him to drive through that Ford dealership. Spoiler alert. For him to drive through that Ford dealership, I think it cost him like $50,000 just to do it for that one day, just to get that fucking truck. And the guy that drives the truck,
you're a bunch of rednecks.
And the guy that drives the truck through the Ford dealership is the actual driver that drives the Bigfoot trucks. So, so they went all out.
The best scene in the film is "You're gonna be my Saturday night thing, baby."
Yeah. I'm on my break.
I was on my break. I get off in 20 minutes. I'd love to get you off right after that.
Yeah. I love that scene.
Yeah, it's fucking great, man. It's just a fun time. Sam Elliott just great in it. When he's on the screen, he just eats it up.
Ben Gazzara is fucking great in it, man. Without him, you don't have a movie. You got to have the slimy slime ball taking over the fucking small town in the rural area that everybody hates, but they got to do what he says because he's got money. You got to have that guy, and he is awesome. He is a good asshole. He's swerving all over the fucking road because he doesn't give a goddamn about anybody. You know, singing the song, runs Dalton off the road and just keeps right on fucking doing it. Couldn't give a shit less. I love that. That was my hero growing up.
Yeah, Brad's the guy that roots for the bad guys in all the movies.
The guy just wanted to have a good time. He's bringing J.C. Penney is coming here because of me. You know, they should be worshiping him, thanking him, bringing commerce to their small little hick town.
I identify Sam Elliott more in Frogs than I do in Roadhouse.
But man, what a weird release for Vinegar Syndrome to get, man. That's awesome.
I'm gonna call out Garrett, born to be rad. He knew that was coming. He knew ahead of time that was coming. So if anybody's got questions about upcoming releases, DM him.
And by the way, Frogs is also a really weird movie.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Sam Elliott does not have a mustache in it, so unless you know it's him, you don't know it's him.
Yeah.
But there is no frogs killing anybody in that fucking film.
No, the cover gives completely different.
They fucked us on the cover.
They fucked us.
It's not at all.
And on the title.
Yeah. Damn, I actually got Frogs as a double feature from Scream Factory.
Yeah.
Food of the Gods and Frogs is a double feature.
Yep.
I like the
Yeah,
film,
let me
but it's
check
just
that out.
because it's so weird.
Yeah. I've seen Food of the Gods. I haven't seen Frogs yet.
Watch it.
Rabbit.
You know, there's actually something that we should have probably said at the beginning. We probably all know the what this is, but we probably should have said it for the listeners. Is that Vinegar Syndrome? The reason that it's called Vinegar Syndrome is when a reel of a film is left for a long period of time, it starts smelling like vinegar when it starts disintegrating. So that's their kind of whole thing of them grabbing it before it's about to be non-existent anymore. So I thought that was really cool when I found that.
Yeah. It's a good
Yeah,
way.
that is
Good
cool.
title they came up with for the company.
Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah, when I first got in this game, I wondered that why the hell is it called Vinegar Syndrome? I had to look that up, whatever. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Same thing. I thought that's awesome. So unique, man. Perfect for them.
Yep. Dirk said Denise Richards was a high dollar Hollywood hooker for Charlie Sheen. the more you know. Amen says sub to everyone. Appreciate it.
Did you know that Charlie Sheen got like arrested for raping a little boy also? And that's something that like Hollywood never talks about. But if you Google that shit, it's right there.
I didn't know that at all.
Google it.
Dirk is feverishly Googling that right now.
It was supposed to be Corey Haim, I think, and Lucas.
I guarantee you it was one of the Corys.
Yeah, probably.
Love the film that movie. Yep.
I'm like, how the fuck is this guy?
Everybody raped the Corys, apparently. Back then. They were getting passed around like a bag of Oreos.
Bag of Oreos.
Oh!
Now we're blocked.
Yeah. Coco's a team of the T-Rex is very early. Brian and Coco watch it together. Yeah, awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And Dirk said that movie is straight retarded, and I love every minute of it. Coco said the very first VS title he showed me, I passed the test. Woohoo! Oh, it says maybe I should have watched this on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
No.
That's Ebola syndrome.
There you go.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, Coco. Yes, and let from probably to Hovland. Dirk says, well, hell yeah, Vincio, I'm definitely checking this one out.
It's really good.
Yeah, I got a fucking good list here. I got to do some digging on.
Is the same director who did all the Mexican films, or is it different?
Yeah, he did Don't Panic also, and I think
and Cemetery of Terror.
Yeah.
Cemetery of Terror is nowhere near like Grave Robbers though.
Yeah.
I think there's one Mexican I'm missing.
Yeah, Grave Robbers is for sure the superior one. That's his best one so far.
Yeah. Don't Panic is the one they fucking sold pajamas for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinosaur pajamas.
Yeah, Brian's wearing the bottoms of those pajamas right now.
Yep.
No, I'm not.
Same kind of artwork too.
So maybe the Left Dead is the one you're missing.
Yeah, the text is the same on all three of them.
Yeah, the text.
Yeah.
All right, man. Says Grave Robbers is great Halloween season watch. Ladronas is amazing, excellent pick, dude. That's Captain Horror. All right, Caveman says, you guys ever see the Trex meme? 2 T-Rex are having sex, females doing it doggy style. Maybe I should read this at a time. And it says, pull my hair. He's back there, but couldn't reach. Says, I'm fucking trying.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's hilarious.
Ben Graham says, Visual Vengeance does SOV too.
Yep.
I got all there so far. But
yeah, me too.
All right, Jamie Hart, what's going on, Jamie?
This one's fucking awesome.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, that's the Evil Dead knockoff. That was number one, wasn't it? That's the first one.
Yep.
I like that and the baby thing.
That movie is
Necrophiles.
Yeah,
Necrophiles is my favorite. That's my favorite one of all one they've done so far.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Urban Sasquatch yet. So.
Oh yeah, that one is comical. It is so ridiculous. It is comical, man. I could not believe what I was watching. The blood, it looks like somebody was making the Mortal Kombat game, and like it's like video game fucking.
Yeah.
It was like, what the hell? Is
Yeah, I watched the trailer for it. It looks pretty rough.
Yeah.
I need that Undertaker slip, says Tony.
Yeah, isn't that available from Vinegar Syndrome, the reprint slip?
Yeah,
the rewards, yeah.
Yeah, use your rewards, Tony. Buy it. I'm sure Tony's got a million fucking rewards from them.
Probably. All right, Blood Game's another one I need to see, so Dirk said.
Yeah, I see it.
And Dirk said, The Undertaker's fucking great. All right, Jamie Hart says, I don't have many VS titles, but I do have Shivers, My Chauffeur, Beastmaster, Freeway, Fade to Black, and Trauma.
Fade to Black is really good.
Yeah, Fade to Black.
Yeah, Fade to Black is good.
Fade to Black.
Yeah.
Shivers, what movie? Shivers.
That's Vestron.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's Cronenberg Shivers. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, Vestron put that out. Hell yeah, great ones, Jamie. Like Chris E says, even though sorry late to the VS party, if everyone's doing good.
Up,
and Chris hung out with us real late last night. We were on here for what, like 1:30 last night, 2 o'clock. There's a Ebola syndrome, perfect for the whole family at Thanksgiving dinner.
Absolutely.
Scratch Burno says the Candy Snatchers is one of my favorite VS releases. Awesome 70s exploitation film. I don't see too many people talk about it.
It is really good.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
I had DVD and definitely upgraded it.
Chris, my top 5 from VS will probably be Roadhouse, Amityville 2, TCM 2, Death Wish 2, and The Caller, which was my first ever VS title I bought.
Good titles.
Yeah. Hoping to see Amityville 2 this year.
Okay. That'd be fantastic. That's better than the first one.
I agree, man. Amityville 2 is fucking amazing movie, man. I love that one. So superior. Best one out of the series.
Yep, definitely.
I haven't fucking seen it.
Oh, watch it, man. It has everything. Incest and everything.
He already knows Gizmo. He just highlights exactly what he's going to enjoy in it.
One big happy family.
I love when they go there. You know what I mean? It's like if a movie has the balls to put something like that in there, I respect it. You know, it's I don't know. I thought it was awesome. The score in that movie is awesome too. It's great.
Yeah. What's his name from Rocky? Mickey from Rocky playing the dad in there.
Yeah.
Paulie.
Yeah.
Very young.
I also think it's a little bit of the time we are living in because they don't make films like that anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's funny. Burt Young, he my friend lived out in Long Island. He actually had like a houseboat. He lived out there and whatnot, and he loved this French restaurant that was out there. And anytime we went there, Burt Young was sitting at the bar, and I always just wanted to pull up next to him and start talking to him about Amityville too, but I didn't want to bother.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But he always smiled and nodded at my wife, so I was like, I should go up and talk to
him. Listen, I promise I'm not here to talk about Rocky.
Yeah, I have to ask you.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
I may bring Rocky up a couple times, but we may talk Rocky if I showed up. But that's another story.
Brad will talk Ebola syndrome with him.
Yeah. Was I in that?
Chris says, take them out of the bar, but be nice. Terry Funk is also in this wrestling legend, yeah.
Yeah, he's great in it.
Okay, so Patrick Swayze, my favorite is Next to Kin and Point Break. Yeah, both those are great too. Hearing Liam Neeson do a Southern accent, pretty enjoyable.
Next to Kin needs a Blu-ray.
Yeah, it does. Tails again. Fish Film Collector. My top 5 in no particular order: Roadhouse, Freeway, Cloak and Dagger, Amityville Horror, and Creature. Only because those are the 5 titles I own.
Nice.
Makes it easy. What this over Wade, same old man, you should thank me. I put him out of his misery. My God, love that movie. Yeah. A lot of quotable lines. I love Freeway. Indeed, Freeway is fantastic. One of Reese Witherspoon's best. Yeah, I agree. My top 5 BS would be Ebola Syndrome, Beastmaster, TCM2, Death Wish 2, and Spookies.
Beastmaster is fun, man. That is some cheesy fun.
It is real cheesy, man. It's cheesy as hell. But it's if you take out the nostalgia for me, it ain't gonna be as good, like I said. But nostalgic as hell, man. It's a powerful drug.
If you like Beastmaster, you should check out Death Stalker.
By the way, just real quick, guys. If I suddenly drop, I just got an alert on my phone that I'm down to 10% battery. So if I drop, I apologize. But cheers, guys. If I fall off.
Wrapping
No worries, man. We're fixing to jump out anyway. We got a few more to read. I got to get to bed too. It's bumping 12 o'clock. So my goal is to be out of here by 12. So we're just about to wrap it up, man. James said, yes, it was Corey Haim that made that accusation against Sheen. Who hasn't accused Charlie Sheen at one time of him trying to fuck him? I mean, at some point, everybody.
Corey Haim may be the one that gave Charlie Sheen AIDS.
Man, this just got dark. They said, wow, Corey's.
For AIDS, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. And
you don't get AIDS from banging whores. You get AIDS from banging guys. So it's just weird that he got AIDS, if he's not gay.
We're going next.
LA AIDS jabber.
There you go. Maybe it was maybe it was sabotage. Emilio Estevez put AIDS blood in his fucking booze so he could take his job.
Chris said Matthew Broderick hit some person with a car, killing them, I think, back in the day. Yeah. Heard about that. Or if I remember right, Jennifer Grey was in the car with him.
What the fuck are we talking about now? We went really dark here.
Chris said, I did just order Bowl Syndrome from VS thanks to Brad's recommendation. I love those movies. I'm sick. Laugh out loud.
I apologize.
We're all
if you love them, man, you're gonna love this one.
That's the king of the cat threes.
Yeah, it's the top of the top when it comes to those cat threes.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right, Wild Wrangler, appreciate you hanging out as always, man. Yep, Amityville 2 is the best of the franchise. I agree. And Brian told me that I was watching part 1, and me and Brian were chatting, and I was getting ready to watch part 2. He said he liked it better than 1. And I had never seen part 2 at that time. And after watching 2, I was that's better than 1. I liked it much better.
And part 3 is so shitty. And then, but that box set that they put out, I actually have fun with all those movies. They're fucking like easy 90s kind of fun shit, man. I really like those. But part 3, the one that was in the Scream Factory box set, man, that movie is horrible.
Yeah.
And part 2 is not in that box, right? Or
it is in the box.
In the box set, it's 1, 2,
in the Scream Factory one.
You got it.
Yeah, the Scream Factory.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen any of those yet. So
Somebody at work friend bought that house, and they have a Halloween party every year. I try to get myself invited to it. It hasn't happened yet, though.
That is
you don't invite Chuck to a drinking party, he'll drink you dry. So.
Just make sure it's not an open bar.
Right. James said, sorry, I thought Shivers was the VS release. My bad. Death Wish 2 is a very, very hardcore movie. A lot more brutal than the first.
Yeah, I love the second.
Yeah,
I'm a big Bronson fan. Jamie says there is a VS Amityville 2 release. I need that immediately. It's one of my favorite movies.
It's rumored. It's rumored that there's not a release yet.
Hopefully they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it says, what are some underrated VS title releases that you guys would recommend?
We're talking about it right now, Anthony.
Yeah, all of them we just talked about, basically. I mean, there's just a few that were big mainstream releases we talked about. Most of these were kind of under the radar, like kind of lesser, titles.
Body Melt is another one that's fun.
Oh yeah, I just saw it. I loved it.
Yeah.
And also Sisters, if you have seen that, I saw it recently. I really liked it.
Your sister?
Mausoleum.
It's a Sisters.
Mausoleum's killer.
Yeah, the one with her. What's her name?
The Children is fun.
Yeah, I was gonna show off some honorable mentions, but
fucking Laughing Dead. Pick Laughing Dead up. That's awesome.
That basketball scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Brian, go ahead. You want to show off some honorable mentions? Go ahead.
Half that shit was already talked about just now. Fuck. Don't Go in the Woods Alone.
Yeah.
Love that one.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
And of course, Cemetery Terror. I know it's not as good as Grave Robbers, but I like it more, actually.
No, that one's a good one. That was a good one.
Laughing Dead with the basketball scene.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. The gore in that is outrageous.
It is awesome.
It's really entertaining.
The Children.
But the
The Suckling School, the boarded flesh fetus, yes.
It's so simple, and I just love the way that they did it.
And then Mausoleum, of course, too.
Mausoleum's killer.
Yep. I have nostalgia to Fear, so that's another one that I like. I watched that one at a very young age. Which other ones are cool?
This one is really good. The Grave.
Yeah.
You know, I have that, and I have not watched it yet.
I haven't seen
It's
it.
really,
I
really
I have it
good.
as well. I haven't watched it.
What about
It feels more like a Criterion actually, but with the Winger syndrome essence of it in a way.
anybody a fan of Vengeance?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Fucking don't have the goddamn slip though.
Mhm.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, vulgar! My God, you're getting angry.
Cutting Class. I like Cutting Class. It's got like 5 clips.
Resurrection
one with
pretty
Brad
good.
Pitt? Yeah, that's
Christopher
a good
Lambert,
one.
Resurrection.
Really
Really good. Brad Pitt, yeah. Resurrection's good too, yeah.
If you like
Yeah.
Seven, it's a
Resurrection
Seven
was
ripoff.
surprising, man. That's a
Yeah.
gory ass fucking movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's brutal.
Mm-hmm. Terminal Island with young Tom Selleck in there is
Oh,
pretty good.
You know, I haven't watched that one either. I have that, and I've never watched it.
It's solid.
Yeah, this is such a good fucking film. I had this with Code Red, and again, another Code Red title that got upgraded. I had to absolutely get it.
Is it exploitation or is it horror?
Yes.
Exploitation.
Exploitation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another one I own. I ain't fucking watched it. I gotta get busy.
And this is the best.
All right. Time to run out the chat.
You see Chuck's face? Chuck's like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, that is a limited edition
Mushrooms
101.
are kicking in.
And it's Bat Pussy.
Oh yeah, that's
But
I
the
love
hearse,
that flip for the hearse.
the suckling is fun.
Let me pull out Liquid Sky for Gizmo.
yeah.
No. I never. It was harder to see than hard to be a god, and I really struggled with that 3 hours Russian film.
Don't
This
talk
one?
about art.
Yeah. Gizmo doesn't like that one.
I didn't like it, but I know that it's like an important film for the punk community or something like that.
Yeah, the
Like
80s,
it's-
the 80s like new wave punk scene. Yeah.
Was a rough film to see.
This is another one that I'm nostalgic for too. This was a Mountaintop Motel Massacre. This is another.
Haven't
Yeah,
seen
that
it.
lady's nuts in that movie.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and
I
this,
think
this
I have it from
original
88 Films.
that original cover art, man. I swear I seen that in the fucking rental store all the time as
Yeah.
a kid. That's exactly what it reminds me of.
Mm-hmm.
Double Exposure.
Oh yeah.
That's an older one too.
Woo, man, you're pulling out those hard to find ones,
Pull
man.
out the heat.
I have to do that before my phone dies.
You got
By the way, if my phone does die, thank you guys so much for having me on. This was a lot of fun.
Hey,
Hey,
bro,
anytime,
it was
man.
really cool streaming with
Anytime.
you.
Yeah.
Years in the making.
Yeah.
Years in the making trying to do
Yeah.
this.
Welcome back anytime, man.
Oh,
Nice.
every time. Yeah, let's do
Might
it.
be. Yeah, it's a
No.
blast.
Another one.
Days anymore, so I'm down.
Yep.
This is also a rare one, I think.
Yeah, it is. I have that.
Yeah,
too.
I got that one.
It was my first WES title before I knew what WES was.
That's a fun
Which
movie.
one?
I had this on Laserdisc back in the day.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the hell comes
Oh, yeah.
frog now. That's worth like $100.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pop
I love
loved
that
that one so much
That's
you gave it to
fun.
me.
Yep.
That I really like.
Is that the one I saw?
Yeah, the
that
one
one.
you sent
I
me.
was-
That comes
okay,
from
so I don't
Frogtown.
have it anymore.
No.
Yep.
Man, I was trying to go through all the VSAs starting from 1 and going up, and my God, man, the first 5 are like fucking almost torture, bro. They're horrible. Like, they're really bad movies. Like, Death Feud was okay, but fucking what is it? Evil Town was fucking bad. Savage Dawn was horrible. Hell Riders, oh my God, it was like torture, man.
You didn't like Savage Dawn, man, with Lance Henderson? I like that.
You
shit.
know, it was
I
okay.
like that one.
It was not good to me, but it was okay. But and then what is it? Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death.
Oh
that
man,
So fucking
Body
stupid.
melt.
me and Coco,
Body Melt was great.
Yeah,
me and
Body
Coco
Melt.
had a blast with
Yeah,
fucking
I got
Dr.
that.
Jekyll's Dungeons of Death. It's just so
Yeah,
funny.
dude. It was like they were like fighting in a room for like 10 minutes, and then fucking 30 minutes later they're doing it again. I'm like, what the hell?
Stupidest movie.
That movie was terrible.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It hurt.
All right, K-Man said Freeway can be streamed on AMC Plus, Freevee, and Plex.
Cool.
You guys check it out. Maybe try it before you buy it. You should all do a Category 3 stream. Yeah.
What did you think of the 2 slashers that was released on 4K and the double pack skits?
Schizoid and X-Ray.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Which one did you like best?
I like
X-Ray.
The X-Ray.
Okay. Yeah.
Schizoid's okay. X-Ray's fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's
Harvey
a fucking
Benton.
in a hospital, man. That's awesome.
Lucifer's Women.
I hate this film. It's so bad, but that slip is so awesome. I've never gotten.
Well, I mean,
It is so accurate. The main character in this is from Billy Madison. He was like Adam Sandler's father's like assistant. He's like the main guy in this. This movie is painful to watch. Fucking, I have tried so many times. There's 2 cuts of the film on it, but we're talking about like bad movies or whatever like that. We mentioned that maybe as a stream. Here's spoiler. This is the worst film I've ever seen.
The guy that plays Carl.
Yeah, he's the main guy in this film.
this is another one that's horrible. This movie,
Orgy of the Dead.
it's so like pointless. It's just girls with their shirt like topless, just walking around. So I mean,
Well, now
it's the
Gizmo's
same-
like, wait a
same
minute,
movie, right?
I need that.
yeah, but there's no zero.
That full moon you just pulled up.
Yeah.
This one was a good one, I think, that never gets praised.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I forgot about that. Yeah, I got that one too.
And I love sexploitation, and this is kind of I think at the end of the 90s or beginning of 80s or beginning of the 90s. I really like
Our
this
time.
one.
I like the look of that.
Long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Shows how to slip for it.
Yeah. Shut up.
I've been around. I've been around for a while.
Appreciate it, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Rush Week I didn't like too much either. I have that one.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Dogville is the worst movie of all time with superstar actors in it.
But another one, Southern Fury.
I haven't seen it.
I actually enjoyed that one. I got that one. I kind of enjoyed it. It was I think that was a TV movie, right?
Yeah, a lot of fun.
It's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Is the Undertaker still possible to buy? Of course, without slip, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
without slip, it's still available.
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
$10 now this time.
Add it to your merch box or something.
Yeah.
I want to say the slip was it was one of the earlier ones. I want to say it was only like 1,500 copies to 2,000 copies. I think it's not like what they do now.
Yeah. Use your points, buy the slip.
They're already under 1,000 for From Beyond. It's pretty insane out of 7,000.
I just used my points to buy the Incubus slip.
Oh, you piece of
Nice.
shit. Who likes that movie?
I know one guy.
Great water shit.
Think you're good.
Jamie said,
You
"Boobs keep
bitch.
the world on
You
even keel."
bitch.
Never a true statement. Never a true statement, Jamie.
Yeah.
I
I don't
you
even
have
want
slip
that.
on every
I don't even want that.
release.
I'll wait for the 4K.
I've been collecting so long.
This has turned into the VS Flex Party.
Yeah. What's in the box?
Yeah.
What's in the box?
That's the
Yeah.
PSP edition. It plays in your old PSPs.
It's got
Like a keychain or something.
has an enamel pin in it.
There it is. Yeah.
But none of you have this, so I'm happy.
What is that?
What is it?
A bear's
It's the fucking thing with the slip, the bear slip on it. I don't know what it is.
It's fucking
I haven't seen it. I don't know what it
He
is.
sleeps with that thing.
You guys collect synapse?
Yeah.
It's so
I got
expensive
a
for
few.
me over here. So I only have 2-3 titles, I think. I have I Spit on Your... No, that was Run Flicks.
Yeah, that was running flicks.
I has
one I got
Suspiria,
before
of
it.
course.
Who's got this one?
Oh, I'm not familiar with that.
Is that the
Executioner
Executioner, the Exploitation
Oh,
Classic?
I don't have that version. I
Yeah.
got the UK version.
Didn't
Oh, that's part 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it's part 2.
This is
Yeah.
Oh,
the Vinegar Syndrome release. I don't remember anymore. I think it was a crowdfunding one.
There's a
Yeah.
Synapse
Like, it's-
release now.
550 copies.
nice.
Yeah.
But it is Vinegar.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's an old one.
What about this one?
Graphic sexual.
Snaps release.
Trini says, sell it all. Chris, I have three Synapse films. One is coming, making it 4.
Yeah, they're nice to pick up on sale.
Yeah.
What about all the cutting class slips?
Yeah, I got all those.
God damn.
What the fuck?
I just got one. I got the one on your far.
They released 5 fucking slipcovers for it, and my dumbass had to have them all.
I sent one to Martinez Joe, but yeah, I got the other 4. Still.
Ash's graduation is my favorite, and dude who loves movies. What's up, everyone? Don't forget to roundhouse kick that like button. Appreciate it, man.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Cody?
Yeah, guys, we still got 31 people watching, man. We got like 37 at one time.
That's awesome.
Good.
So
Give me the 800. Damn it.
yeah, everybody subscribe to everybody on here, man. Y'all get Brian to 800.
Yeah, he's
Get him to
like just a
1,000.
couple
Nice.
away. So jump on and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Vinicio. He's got a giveaway he's doing. I think all you got to do is comment on the giveaway video.
All you got to do
on
is subscribe, comment, like the post, and I'm going to draw a winner.
He's giving away that demon win slip. So one
Yeah, he's giving away the incubus slip.
That's the one I thought you were talking about.
This is what I'm giving away. This is a good win.
Oh, you get an Arrow 4K in there.
Yeah, Arrow 4K, and then what is the Asian Extreme?
When Chuck was pulling his number 2 title out, I thought he was going to pull out Runaway Nightmare when he was talking about the DVD and Blu-ray. All that.
Yeah.
I do have the other one in my DVDs, Murder of the or whatever like that. It's just buried. I'll never get to it. So I do have all the super rare, real sought after VS titles. I'm happy to say, I'm lucky.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my first VS title wasn't bought until Black Friday of 2021. So I got into the game pretty late. So there was a lot of that shit that was already gone by the time I even got into the game on VS stuff. But
yeah, I think Fade to Black was my first one.
Yeah.
I can't recall when my first one was. I know I have all the VSAs, and I've got those since they were released. But fuck, I think it might have been. I don't know, man. I know I remember when Mausoleum was released.
Mausoleum was a real early one.
Yeah.
My first video on my channel was my Vinegar Syndrome unboxing. That was my first video on my channel.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think my first.
I actually had two. I had 2 VS titles before I made that video, and then I had a big Black Friday haul, and that was my first video. So
yeah, I think Christmas Evil and Night Train to Terror were my first 2.
Yeah, actually, it was a halfway to Black Friday haul was my first video. My first video dropped in July, and that halfway to Black Friday haul was huge. And when it came in, that's when I made the first video. And yeah, I had a lot of shit in that box. I had no idea what I got. It was all blind buys, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is a title I really hope we're going to release.
Which is that?
Hardware. I'm
hoping.
If they release Hardware and the other Dust Devil from Richard Stanley, I will be in heaven.
Yep. A Hardware handy. I do have the Dust Devil 5 edition that came with some type of.
This one right here, this Hardware.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the same shit. Hell yeah.
Was that Scorpion?
Severin.
Yeah, Scorpion.
Yeah, that's a Scorpion. I think
Wasn't there a Severin release?
I have a German release.
This is Ronin Flicks. This one.
Ronin Flicks. Okay.
Ronin. I think the initial edition was Severin.
Okay.
Which I do have somewhere.
They're out of. I need a copy of Hardware. I'm not going to pay fucking $200 or whatever these idiots are paying. I mean, it's bound to get a 4K re-release from Severin or Ronin Flicks or somebody.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah.
I've learned that the hard way, man. Is you just got to be patient, and another fucking company is gonna fucking release it. Like for a little bit there, man, I was spending all this money on fucking these damn movies for slipcovers just because I missed it at the time. But then another company is gonna fucking release it, man. You know, their rights expire, then another company acquires the rights, and they.
There's Dust.
Which release is that?
Koch, I believe. Koch film.
Oh,
Dark
it's a
Devil was out of
German.
print as fuck.
Yeah, this is a German edition. It's like 4 or 5 discs.
Yeah, this is the media book or digibook, I think it's called. Of
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I just saw the Arrow announcement, or not announcement, but they had like a where they showed off a lot of titles that people voted on, and one of the titles is Brain Dead. So I have a feeling that maybe Arrow will be releasing Brain Dead.
They
No,
better.
those-
Man.
those-
Okay.
Frighteners and whatnot, which is Peter Jackson. So we've been all waiting for Brain Dead, Bad Taste, Meet the Feeble.
Meet the
All been waiting for them, and I really hope they happen.
Yeah, Meet the Feebles is the one I'm really looking forward to see on.
That is such a
4K.
fucking ridiculous film. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yo, Coco said Brian Goes Blue is 5 away from 800 subs. Holy Santa Claus shit. Go sub up.
There we go.
So, y'all make that happen, guys. Do it tonight, please.
Yeah.
I should pull the trigger on Ted Bundy. Your thoughts about it? I got Ted Bundy back there, but I hadn't
I like
watched
it.
yet.
I think it's cool.
Stay tuned for our video about that, Ash. We'll talk about Ted Bundy.
Cool.
I'm down to
Yeah.
1%. I'm about to fall off.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
fixing to jump off, guys. It's after
Burn off
midnight.
the chat. Let's
Yeah.
jump it.
Yeah,
Let's
we'll
jump
finish
out
up.
of
We got
here.
here in the chat. Caveman asked where you can buy Synapse films, and he got an answer here. Chris E says, Amazon and their site.
Deep discount. All the retailers carry them.
Synapse.com.
Yeah.
Limited
MPD?
stuff. Go for Orbit. Go for Diabolic. And,
Yep.
I've seen even Synapse directly because they anything they package up themselves they handle well. It's expensive because they're direct, but it's all handled properly.
Now, Chris says, Vinny said, do you have Lejeune?
Yes.
The Tumas?
That's the Grave Robbers.
Yeah.
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 That is the Grave Robbers.
All right, seen that one. Dogville has James Caan. There it is. John Hurt, Nicole Kidman. They filmed everything in one large room. The floor was a chalkboard. Houses were drawn with chalk.
Yeah, it's Lars von Trier. It's the first in the trilogy. It's many people hate it. I like it, but yeah.
You lost me at Lars von Trier.
Well, you haven't seen The Kingdom yet, and see that first. You will love The Kingdom.
I saw Antichrist. I will admit that I liked it, but I
Yeah.
saw that fucking house that Jack built, and I had to get that out of my house. I mean, that ending is the worst thing.
Heterosexual whorehead. Hey, you sick fucks. What's going on, man?
Is that Dirk?
Chris oh, yep. I have it. My favorite slip from Viz. All right, guys, we're gonna have to. I'm going to call this quits. I got to get to work in like fucking 6 hours. So,
Yeah.
everybody, this has been a blast.
Heck yeah, man.
Horcholo, Chuck, man, thank y'all so much for being here, man. Anytime you guys want to do something else, let us know.
Absolutely.
Welcome anytime.
I had a blast.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Awesome time, guys.
All right, guys, we're gonna end this. Everybody have a good week. Be safe. Take care. See y'all next time.
See you guys.
See you later, man.
Have a good one.